All right. Here we go. And I'm going to call all of them. Calling. Going to be muted for the first minute while y'all get settled in. Cool. Call them. And then I deafen. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Okay. And then let me pop this shit out. And okay, we are actually good to go. We are yo, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, let's see. Dude, wait, y'all were, hey, I'll be real, I didn't expect half of y'all to show up. This is lit. Yay. All right.
Oh my god, hold up, let me adjust the audio.
All time zones in one place.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yo, Code, thanks for staying up late, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Yo, good morning.
Baldur's Gate. That's great.
All right, something is happening that I don't know why. Why is that happening? Okay. Oh god.
Don't mind me if I'm farming in the background, all right?
Hey, no problem. What are you farming?
Yeah, no worries.
I don't know, just running around Fontaine.
Oh, okay. All right, let me also get this window out. Okay, and then let me do
How does this wait?
that. Oh, fuck yeah, we are chilling. Can I full screen this shit? Oh, yeah, that looks good. God damn. Okay, cool. Wait, Cody, are you sharing your... Oh, wait, is this your VTuber?
I don't know what I should put up here really.
Yeah, can you?
It's there. All right.
Cute! Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
I think I have to use the other one.
Cool. Dude, y'all look great. God damn. This is going to be sick. I'm so excited, actually.
Oh, is the audio too loud? One moment.
Now you should be all good. Hi, Kettle.
Hi,
Very good to meet you.
I am flipped. It's nice to meet you too. Hello. Thank you for the invite. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Oh, also, Island XD. We've never met before, but it's very nice to meet you as well.
Hi,
Yes, so
Island.
nice to meet you.
Cool.
Hello, V. I
Yo,
just woke
Brax.
up, I'm dying.
I didn't know you hosted the Honkai Impact 3rd thing.
Oh, the anniversary thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they asked me to do. I felt like kind of an imposter there. I was like, I play this game. I love this game, but I was like,
Yeah.
I do not feel qualified for this.
That's funny as fuck.
But it was fun. Yeah.
I'm going to adjust audio levels real quick, and then we should be good to go. How's everybody feeling? Y'all feeling good?
I'm sleepy.
I'm feeling
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't, man. I'll be real. I'm on EU schedule now. I feel absolutely fantastic.
I've been
See you,
streaming
one of
it.
us.
Yeah, dude, it's good, man. It's just, it is way better. I wake up at like 4 a.m. I get my stream finished at like 2 p.m. And then I have so much time to do absolutely whatever the fuck after that. It feels super good.
How do you feel? How are you not tired streaming right after you wake up?
Because EU chatters have way more energy than NA chatters. And it is just, yeah, because nobody's fucking live when EU frogs are active, so they'll just take whatever shitty streamer they can get and they'll
That is
watch
so
fucking
true, though.
whatever it is.
That is so true.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, thank God, someone's online. Holy shit!
Like ever since Asmon flipped his schedule and he's now being there at like 4 a.m. wherever he is or
Yep.
you are. I saw now I have something to watch finally.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Wait, what time is it where you're at, Necro?
It is 5 p.m. Totally fine.
Oh, that's sick, actually. Okay, fuck yeah. All right, well, I think
Prime time EU.
I think we're good to go. So I'm going to do the old intros real quick, and then we will get this shit on the road, because I don't want to keep y'all, because I know some of y'all are up super late. So we will go ahead and run this shit. So, everybody in chat, welcome to the Gacha Cast, episode 3. Today will be Genshin Impact themed, and I'm very, very, very excited about that. Generally, we did Honkai Star Rail. We're going to be doing almost every gacha that you can think of because we are all fucked up in the head, and it's going to be great to talk about what we spend excess financial income irresponsibly on video games rather than paying our bills. In case you guys don't know, 4.0 Fontaine came out recently, and a lot of stuff dropped with it. The reception for Fontaine has been pretty good from what I've seen, and I don't really want to spoil how I feel about it yet, but I thought it would be nice, rather than give you my opinion, give you everybody's opinion of all of my friends in this call. It'll be a damn good time. We're going to be talking about Fontaine. We're going to be talking about the main story quest, mechanics, expectations, future hopes, and the characters and mechanics, and how Hoyo versus Direction as a whole is aligning with our hopes and expectations for the company. Should be fun. Today I am joined by 7 other guests that I messaged, no joke, with pretty much no heads up at all. I generally try to give everybody 24 hours. This is literally a last minute thing that I just said, fuck it, I'll just get it together real quick. And we have a lot of great people here today. Some that you recognize, some that you may not, but I would like to just start in no particular order. Actually, no, we'll do top left to bottom right. First up, we will introduce Braxophone. Welcome back to the podcast, brother.
Hello, hello. Yeah, my name is Braxophone. I make lots of Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail videos, and I'm playing RuneScape right now. So yeah.
Bro, what is going on with that? What is with the whole RuneScape thing?
Every 2 years there's like this resurgence where we all just go back to it. I don't know what it is. It's like bred into us. Like we fucking learned this behavior and now we can't unlearn it. We always come back. So everyone's just on RuneLite making group Ironmans and shit now, and I don't know, it's fun.
I know you say everyone, but I'm gonna correct that. I am not getting on that fucking game, bro.
Why not?
I'm good. I'm good.
Get back on.
No,
Even
even
like the yearly 2-week Minecraft thing that everyone does.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yep, 1,000,000%. Yeah, even Seer tried to get me on OSRS, bro. I'm good, brother. I am good. No thanks, man. But that's just my opinion. All right, next up, we have everyone's favorite Baldur's Gate 3 streamer back. Actually, for the first time on the podcast, we have OK Code. Actually,
No way.
yeah, I know, man. Actually, also a great theory crafter
Baldur's Gate now.
and guide maker for Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. What's going on with Baldur's Gate 3, man?
I've just been addicted to the game. I think I'm playing with like 5 different groups simultaneously or something.
Have you not beat it yet?
No, I got like Act 2 or something, but so many groups. I've played through Act 1 so many times. I think I know every little details now.
Have you done the part where you make the brain be your buddy?
That's like the beginning of the game, no?
Yeah, but did you do it? Did you get the brain buddy or no?
Yes.
Oh, I had to keep on killing him, and I just felt horrible every single time, man. Did you have sex with the bear yet?
Okay, in my run, I'm not doing any sex.
Oh, why not, dude? That's so lame.
I didn't press any flirt dialogue.
Dude, you know what's so funny? I have this buddy, his name's Strippin, and he was streaming Baldur's Gate. And the moment he got front page prio, he was having sex with a demon on stream, and it was like shooting up by like 10,000 views. And it was
No way.
so
Live
funny.
sex.
It was so funny. Have you done the Dark Urge playthrough?
Well, not yet. I know what it does though.
Dude, try it. I did it, and then I was in a camp, and then all of a sudden there's this really nice girl, and she approaches me, and then I go to sleep, and then in the morning I'm just fucking eating her. Bro, it is so cool. But yeah, OK Code. If you like Baldur's Gate and Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, watch the stream. Super good dude.
Oh.
Not an alcoholic anymore. Super awesome. Next, we have a guy we had drama with the other day. It was rough. it was really rough. It was really tense. But we came to terms with it, and we it's water under the bridge now. We have Yakes TV.
Yeah, it's your boy Yakes, the artist formerly known as Yakes. But what's up, guys? I'm Eeks. I'm sure you guys saw some of the funny videos with Tectone. But yeah, I mean, I create Genshin content too, stream it all the time. I make like educational stuff, entertaining stuff, kind of a mix of everything. And yeah, I am honored to be here. It's super hyped to talk with fellow degenerates about Gacha and Genshin. And thank you for having me, homies.
I'm honestly curious. Did you start out? Did you hold up? Someone's knocking on my window. Wait, what the fuck? That is so creepy.
God.
I'm on a 240 building. How'd that? Okay,
It's the bear again.
It's got to be. Wait, so how long have you been watching me? Because you're like a 25-month sub now.
Yeah, I mean, I started watching you like right when Genshin started, because I played Arc Knights for a bit, and I just binged all your tier list shit.
Sick.
To know who to pull for. And then, yeah, pretty much right out the drop of Genshin, yeah.
Cool, because like all my chat knows you, which is cool as shit. Yeah, I love that.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
no, it's a great thing. Also, your subathon's over, huh?
yeah.
Damn.
We did our best.
Yeah, that's a shame. Did you want it to end or no?
I don't know if I can let them know that, but
Okay.
no, it's a lot of fun. It's hard being on all the time. I mean, I didn't have anyone like come in for me really, except for when I was sleeping. So I was pretty tired by the end of it, but it was like honestly like an amazing experience. Like I learned a lot. So if I ever do another one, like I'll make it a whole lot better.
Did you start to hallucinate yet, or did you not get to that point?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Dude, subathons when you're a face cam streamer, they're bad. Like they're bad. Okay, VTubers, you have some outs, right? But when you're camming it, bro, like you go to the bathroom and you start pissing and you're like, wait, am I on camera? And you just start freaking out over everything because you're used to being watched 24/7.
That actually happened. I was sitting on the toilet and I literally jumped for a second. It was wild.
Yeah, it's subathons and playing Five Nights at Freddy's are pretty much when you're the most at risk for showing off your junk on camera. It is horrifying.
Oh god.
Wait, did y'all see I Show Meat or did y'all not see that?
I'm about to say I'll have my first subathon next week ish.
Ooh.
Dude, when I go to bed, I'll have like 3 pairs of underwears. On my,
I'm doing my first subathon next month
Oh,
I'm not risking anything.
for my birthday.
Very cool. How old are you turning? Are you public about your age or no?
29.
You're turning my age, bro.
Are we all the
Jesus.
same age? What is happening here?
That is crazy, brother. That's nuts. If you need any help with y'all subathons, by the way, let me know. I'm done help with anything. All right, next up, we have Island XD, a incredible lore theory crafter and just super, super handsome. And actually, our first time meeting, right? First time meeting?
Yeah, we talked before a couple of times, but first time actually face to face, I guess, through a camera. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's
Glad to be
cool.
here. Yeah, a lot of people here that I actually look up to, actually, which is pretty funny. It's pretty insane.
Wait, are you gonna
But,
cry? Please
Honored,
cry.
man.
yeah, man.
Okay, so it would make the podcast awesome. I put gets emotional. Episode 3.
Yeah, but yeah, I make Genshin videos, I make Star Rail videos, I make Hoyoverse videos. I pretty much focus everything on lore a lot of the times, and I'm pretty introverted. To my knowledge, I'm the most introverted person in existence, but you know, I do what I can.
Dude, I used to be but whether you can believe it or not, I used to be super introverted as well. And then I just decided I just don't want to be like that anymore. And so I just started pretending that I was extroverted for like 2 years.
Yeah, that actually works a little bit. For
It does.
Sure. Yeah.
I need to try that.
You should. Just think, I'm super comfortable right now, all the time. Just try it. And I'm telling you, it works.
Yeah, and then you just let go and then be like, screw it. And then
Yeah.
you just kind of do stuff. Yeah, for sure.
See, you use gaslighting to your advantage on yourself. But yeah, if y'all like lore videos, check out Island XD. Incredible stuff. Very, very, very good. And yeah, welcome to the podcast. It's very nice meeting you, brother.
Nice being here.
All right, next up, very exciting guest. Very, very, very exciting. So I am a big YouTube Shorts type of guy. I'll be real. I don't really use TikTok too much anymore. I like watching ASMR slime videos and then Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail Shorts. And I've been browsing YouTube Shorts over and over and over again for the past couple weeks. And there's this little ball of joy, this little gumdrop that comes in and is like, guys, let me tell you about Genshin Impact lore. Did you know this? And I found Kettle Toro. Oh my God, the literal cutest shorts I've ever seen. And we have her here today. Kettle Toro, it is very nice to meet you.
Hey, hello. It's so nice to meet you too. I am so flattered. Oh my goodness. I was so shocked. Someone told me you responded to my tweet and I was like, what?
Yeah. So
I'm so
just
Oh,
to
yes.
make sure, like what else do you do like for your content?
Oh, I stream. Yes, I like streaming a lot. That's basically it. And I just do stupid stuff on stream. Essentially.
Just Hoyoverse games or whatever?
Mainly Hoyoverse games, yeah, mainly Honkai Star Rail and Genshin.
Which one do you prefer?
Yeah. I think I like Genshin a little more than Honkai Star Rail personally.
That is so refreshing.
Because
to hear.
it's nicer to explore the open world. I like to ooga booga, you know, like I'm all about turning
Yeah.
off my brain when I play Hoyoverse games. And unfortunately, Honkai Star Rail isn't always like that, so yes.
Have you do you have Silverwolf?
No, oh my goodness, I'm so mad. I got freaking Rania.
Yep. If
But
you
she's
get
not bad, so it's okay.
She's really good, but if you get Silverwolf, you can legitimately turn off your brain. Okay, you get Silverwolf, you get Luocha, you don't have to think anymore, and you just press the autoplay button, and then you win. You can make any comp work. Every boss dies immediately, and anybody who owns a Silverwolf is a fucking idiot. And I'm just gonna go on record saying that. Also, let's get some Pepe W's in the chat for Code's new artifact roll. That was awful to say. Again.
Which one though?
I
I'm so
think-
tired.
Which
It's
one?
like a new one every day. What do you mean?
Okay, that is
Oh
awful
my
to say,
God.
bro. I think you had like a 40 crit value, like a hands or something today, man. I got linked it again, and it is so fucking annoying to see, man. Every day, Code gets a new god tier relic, and I have
I
nothing.
saw Prax molding on my Twitter. I get a new one every day.
Yeah.
That's a skill issue, to be honest.
Well, Kettle Toro, it is very nice to have you on the podcast. And next up, we have Necrit. If you don't know Necrit, amazing League of Legends lore theorist, recent Genshin Impact enjoyer. I'm actually not sure where you're at in Honkai Star Rail, but some of the best content you can find on YouTube. Recommend everybody check out his channel. And you've been streaming a fuck ton lately, huh?
I had 3 days of. I was on a vacation and I just came back because Fontaine came out. So yeah, just because of you guys, I came back. Just to stream Genshin.
Man, that
People
is so sweet. Where'd you go on vacation?
Just traveling around Europe. Nothing too special, but it's still cool.
No, but if
Camping, fishing, actually. I actually like fishing. You know what? I haven't fished in Fontaine. I'll get there.
Oh god.
It's is it
Does
good?
anyone even
I don't know. When I first tried
I
it, it was
enjoyed
okay.
fishing for the catch, okay? I
You did?
enjoyed it.
But
I
you did it
did.
for
I
the
mean-
item, not the gameplay, surely.
I did it. No, I did it for the meme. Like, people didn't know. People didn't know that I was doing fishing in the background. I purposefully never fished on stream, and then I was, then I was like, what's a really cool spear? What can I put on my characters? And they were like, get the catch, and I was like, how long does it take? And they were like, oh, it takes like 2 weeks. You have to really dedicate your time. And then of course I had everything pre-farmed in the background, so I just went to the vendor, just bought it, and like, okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
you faked that whole clip?
Yes. That was all, like, nobody knew. I was fishing in the background. I never streamed it. I did it all behind their backs.
It was a fucking lie, dude. Oh
Yep.
my
Yep.
god, that is.
Everyone was trying to bait me. Everyone thought they were so clever.
Dude,
And
that's
then there I was.
That's messed up, man.
I like fishing. I have like 8,000 fish caught in WoW, even though that's the worst one ever. Genshin's fishing is pretty cool, to be honest, compared to other games.
Have you done Stardew Valleys?
Yeah, that one's cool, actually.
That's
It's similar
a
to,
fucking
isn't
good
it?
one.
Isn't it? Actually, it's similar to Genshin. Also, there's another one that had a good one.
Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley.
Animal
are my favorite.
Crossing. Yeah,
Yep.
that one's yeah.
Super good. Well, Necrit, welcome back to the podcast. Always great having you here. And next up, we have another return guest. We have Oofy, the should-have-been winner for OTK Elevated. Also, another lore theorist. This will be the one Honkai Impact third person that won't shut up about it the entire podcast. Did both main story Archon quests last night just so that way she can come on here and shill Honkai Impact third to everybody. Always great to have you here, Oofy.
Yeah, I speed ran that Archon quest last night, and only for you.
Well, I sure hope you didn't skip any dialogue, because if you did, then what's the point of even playing the game? Because if
No,
you're
I
not
didn't
playing it
skip.
my way, what's the point?
I didn't skip. I'm not a skipper.
Okay, cool. I want to know your opinions, but I don't want to know them yet, because I'm stoked as fuck. You're still streaming a lot too, right?
Oh yeah.
Sick.
I need to kind of take a little break before before the subathon, so I don't lose my fucking mind.
You know what? I don't think you should, to be
No?
honest. I don't think you should, because, I mean, you just really got to get into it. You got to immerse
Yeah.
yourself in the subathon. I would not take a break at all, but that's
Okay.
just my opinion. Because eventually, the hardest part of the subathon is the first 2 days. Are you doing it on cam, or are you turning off cam when you go to sleep?
No, I'm doing on cam.
You're letting people watch you sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be weird. it's the worst. It makes subathon so damn hard. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that. But the first 48 hours are the hardest.
Okay.
And what you just gotta understand is if your timer is above 24 hours, you don't have to try. Okay, you don't. You can just sit there and you don't even gotta fucking say shit. Okay, nobody's gonna leave because they're all mentally ill and they've formed a parasocial relationship after the 48-hour mark, and you're good to go, and you don't have to do fucking anything.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of nervous, anxious about it, so.
Well, you shouldn't be because I'll be real. Subathons are easy. Okay,
Yeah.
they're easy. Okay, and these days people are, but before they were hard. Now people are too understanding. They're like, oh yeah, take your time. Yeah, health is important. Yeah, you can go to sleep for 8 hours. Back in my day, if I slept for more than 3 hours, my chat was shitting on me. Now they're like, oh yeah, dude. People take days off on their subathon now. I cannot believe that shit. That is insane to me. That is insane to me. There was even a person who said, I'm going to pause my subathon for a week and then come back to it.
Isn't that just streaming at that point?
Yeah.
It is literally just streaming, but now you're getting paid way more to do it for way less energy. It's a scam, man. It's a scam. But that's just my opinion. Speaking of which, guys, we're doing a subathon this year. It's gonna be epic. Hope you guys. We're doing one sub for
Right
1
after
minute.
you said that, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
gonna be great.
my longest subathon was like 52 hours, but I didn't know you can sleep during subathon, so our fucking Twitch staff had to contact me and say self-harm is illegal on Twitch, so you should go to sleep, and that's when I ended my subathon. Like 2 years ago, I didn't know you can sleep during subathon, so I just did 52 hours, and then they tell me to end the stream.
What the fuck?
I mean, people legitimately died in the past from doing this, so I'm kind of understanding. Yeah.
And that was my only subathon experience.
How have I
being
never heard that?
Forcefully ended.
That is
That's
insane.
That was in the
Yeah.
new one, like the new world release as well.
Bro, but the sleeping content for subathon is the best content because then you just put on like copyrighted shows in the background for everybody to react to. Like all of MasterChef, all of Hunter x Hunter, all of Naruto, like it's all on YouTube.
Oh shit. Yeah,
just
but I
gonna
haven't done
play
a subathon
Tectone
since. Oh shit.
Well, now that everybody's been welcomed in, I want to go into the next step, and I do want to talk about Fontaine 4.0. And then more specifically, I have some little notes pulled up because I do want a little bit of structure for this. I do want to talk about what was everybody's Fontaine's expectations going in. For me personally, my expectations were, and I'm going to be real, my expectations were I thought the water exploration was going to suck. I'm just going to be real. I thought the water exploration was going to suck. I thought you weren't going to be able to swap characters. I thought that the main story quest was going to be a little bit slow, and I'm not going to say which expectations were met, but I am just curious. Did you have any fears or any hypes for 4.0 coming in? And we'll just start up from Ufi, and we'll work our way back to the top. Ufi, what were your expectations for 4.0 going in?
I really didn't have much expectation other than like I was really worried about the water being like having a breathing mechanic and the water being so big, like so basically half of the new region. So I was like, there better not be a breathing mechanic. So I'm glad that there's not.
Yeah, no, I can
But
honestly
it's so
say
pretty.
if there was breathing, I would not have fucked with it at
Yeah,
all.
no,
That
I
would've been
would have
horrible.
not went back. Nope.
Because Dragon Spine's little chilling mechanic was already bad enough as it is. So
Yeah,
I'm
no.
glad that doesn't exist. And it's weird. It's weird. Like it feels weird, but it also feels good. Like I wish there was like a little
Yeah.
bubble that goes over your head. But I guess now we have a fish that falls behind our ass in order to censor the fan service of the game, which I would like to say.
Unless
It's
you
not-
swim up or down.
True.
And it's not there.
I'm not like a degen. I just don't like that censoring because it looks weird. I don't know if we're on the same page for that, but I just feel like it just looks weird.
If it's there, it makes it weirder, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More
It
distracting.
focuses on the problem.
Like, it feels so out of
Exactly.
place.
It does. But yeah, Necker, what'd you think going in?
So it depends. What part do you want to focus on? Because I could legitimately fill up this entire podcast just me talking about everything from
Alright.
like the environment to the story to the mechanics. So
I want to know your main concerns and your main hypes for your expectations for 4.0 Fontaine. And you can take as long as you want.
So this was the first time I played something from Genshin that is fresh. Because before, every time I got into a new region, because I'm a new player, I experienced the regions as like one massive package. And this was the first time I experienced only a little bit of it. So this is the first time I was not overwhelmed. Because if you go into Inazuma, everything is out there and you can just like, go through all the islands. Because from what I understand, Inazuma was separated on the different islands when it first released and not everything was available. And so this is the first time I got a little piece of Fontaine. And I could just chill, not rush anything, because I know I'm not going to be missing out on any events or anything like that.
In the title. Shout out their channel.
Legitimately, it
and
feels
put them in
great
the
that I
title,
can
please.
relax, not rush anything. And again, look, water levels were never good in any games. From Zelda, from
No,
Zelda
so
to Mario,
Yeah.
everyone tried it, everyone failed.
Yep.
Sonic, it's a nightmare. I have never seen a game, unless you do Subnautica, but ironically, if you replace water with space in Subnautica, it's the exact same game, except you're in space. I don't count that as water, because
Yep.
that's the game. So this is the first time I jumped into water, and I was having fun.
Yeah.
And that was a surprise. I did not expect that.
It was nice. It was good. I agree. But I don't want to talk about what I enjoyed or didn't enjoy yet. But yeah, the water was a big fear of mine. Also, fuck Subnautica. I hate that fucking game, bro. It is so scary.
I still haven't played it, and I don't like big sharks and fish, and yeah.
Dude, I
I'll avoid
played
it.
VR Subnautica. It was one of the most horrifying experiences of my life.
No,
Which,
thank
I'm glad that that's what's most horrifying about my life, but still, it is not good. A Reaper Leviathan coming up and grabbing your headset is horrifying. Don't play it. It's not worth it. Just don't play it. Also, Kettle Toro, what are your expectations for Fontaine?
Yo, I was kind of worried that Fontaine would be boring because I was frankly beginning to get a little burnt out from Genshin. Like, it was the same cycle over and over again. You just get a new 5-star character and it's kind of just like, eh. Like, yeah, it's cool, but it's kind of getting boring. And also, like, how is Fontaine gonna be better than Sumeru when Sumeru had freaking Dendro added? Like, how do you go above that? Dendro just made it so interesting.
Wait, did you like
At least
Sumeru?
to me. I liked the Dendro mechanic. I didn't mind Sumeru. Sumeru's pretty cool. Although I would say I feel like my enjoyment of the game has been very distorted for the past 2 years. Because when I decided to start doing YouTube, I thought it would be cool to make myself different by not unlocking my map. So like honestly, exploring Sumeru
Right.
and Inazuma has been an absolute like shithole.
You didn't get your map?
Yeah. It's still dark in every stream. I get someone asking me about it. But
It's
anyway, for this
role-playing.
one, I have given up for Fontaine. I unlocked it, and it's honestly so much better. So I don't think I'm a very good person to ask about the comparison between the different regions because I don't even know why I'm still doing this challenge at this point. It's such an annoyance to explore. I don't even explore anymore. But yes.
Okay, I am curious. You said you enjoyed Sumeru.
Yeah.
I quit for 10 months because of Sumeru. Because of I believe it was the Sinnoh story quest, and there was a cutscene where I talked to a little kid for about a minute and a half, and I snapped, and I couldn't take it because it was like I was talking to Nahida. There was a quest with Nahida where it kept on making me do the same shit over and over and over again. I forgot what was happening in game. I had to redo it because I was in like trapped in a dream or some shit. I am curious. Did you enjoy the story of Sumeru? Because, like, me personally, my favorite was Inazuma. Inazuma was peak Genshin Impact for me. But I am curious, and I want to know everybody's opinion. What was, like, your favorite expansion, or game state for Genshin Impact?
Bro, we're literally the opposite. I'm sorry. I felt no like emotional connection to Inazuma's Arco quest. I was so mad.
Same.
It was so bad. After Raiden pulled out her cool booba sword, everything after that was trash. Tepe, like I kind of forget that he exists half the time.
I don't know why people got like.
Sumeru was such an upgrade.
I like Sumeru.
Yes,
I do. Yep. I agree.
the Samsara was
Yeah,
boring. I
same.
agree.
Yeah,
at some
I
point,
think
but it
okay,
was
everyone is
so
against Tectone, yeah.
Yeah,
I
if
was
I have
so-
to
Hey,
do another
that's how it always
Samsara-
is, brother. It ain't nothing new. I've been here
No,
for
I like,
years, man.
I liked.
Wait, you're the first
like
person
Inazuma
I've ever
more than
heard that
Sumeru.
said, yeah, you know what? Inazuma is good. No one, I've never heard anyone say that. I'm sorry. I'm
Hey,
so sorry to hear that.
And you never will, okay? Because that's my damn hill I'll die on. I love Inazuma. You want to know why? Because Japan equals good. That was the anime zone, bro.
Fair,
I
fair,
loved
fair.
it. Dude,
Oh,
but was there any cutscene that rivaled, Kazuha using like the vision of his dead friend to parry Raiden Shogun's fucking
Okay.
galaxy sword attack, bro?
Fair. That was so cool. That was the coolest cutscene. But sadly, everything else was just kind of like, what is going on?
I feel like Signora carried it hard, to be fair.
Oh yeah, Senora was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, honestly, her death scene was
Carried it
so
too
cool.
hard.
I like
Ellen
that
carried
part.
it hard.
Dude, when
Yes.
Senora comes back in Honkai Star Rail's coffin from carried by Luocha, nobody's gonna see that shit coming except for me. Okay?
No, what do you mean? Like the current copium thing is like the next chapter, Natlan, the main title is Ode of Resurrection, so surely, right?
Mm.
I mean,
Wait,
what is
no,
he gonna
But that's
do?
what people are. I mean, that's
No
what people
way.
are coping with, right? It's called
Oh my
Resurrection.
God.
It's the main story quest of like the next island, well, the next region. So everyone's thinking, oh, maybe, what is the name? Sonora gets revived.
No.
Please.
What is he gonna
then
do?
I'll be-
What's gonna happen? They're gonna open like a coffin and like a puff of dust is gonna come up. Like,
yeah, dude, yeah.
what are they gonna do?
Sandwiches!
I don't know, feed her like an egg and just revive her like everyone else.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah,
Like did they
crack an
run
egg
out?
inside and she reforms.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh my
so
God.
sick. We need to talk about more about Sumeru later, but Island, what'd you think of Fontaine before you were able to go in? What were your expectations?
Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Before even the live stream for Fontaine, Genshin Impact was dead to me. I am not joking.
Yeah.
The main reason is because, how do I put this? So I don't know how many of you here was there when they were revealing new regions for the first time with like 2.0, 3.0, like those live streams, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
First time it happened with Inazuma, it was hype as fuck.
Oh, it
it
was insane.
actually was.
Yep.
And then Sumeru, it was still hype, but then not as much.
Yep.
I think just for the live stream itself, hype level.
Because it just looked like Mondstadt.
Yeah, and like it was a little bit. I like the culture of like the game when I played it, but then it was very foreign to me. So I was kind of like not as used to it because Japan. Everybody knows Japan, like it's anime stuff, right?
Yep.
And then Fontaine live stream happened, and I was like, dude, I'm kind of used to this like releasing new region stuff. I'm like, this.
Yeah.
It was good. It looks good, but I don't know. It kind of like probably a miss, maybe. And then I played it. Dude, I felt like a sinner. I'm telling you, I'm like, I cannot believe I just didn't trust them. Oh my god, this is blowing my mind.
Yep.
Because it's not just exploration. We'll talk about it later, I suppose. But this art conquest, oh my god, it carried so hard.
Oh, it did.
In my opinion,
Also,
yeah.
before I forget, I think it's the details. It's like when you hop onto, I forgot what the boat is called. You know, they got the little the aqueduct.
Oh,
and
yeah,
you drop on it, and the little Melzine talks to you while you're like riding the ship. It's the little details.
I
It's
jumped
so
off.
cool. I love the tour guide.
The
I
moment
thought
you
I was
said
in like Disney World.
the moment you said don't jump off, I immediately jumped off.
I also
No way.
yeah.
Yo,
I need to go
I
back.
couldn't
I feel
help the
bad.
intrusive thoughts.
I thought maybe like a special like thing would have happened, like a hey, and like she like grabs you and just pulls you back on, throws you in your seat. But instead,
That would have been funny.
Lets you go.
I felt like a dumbass and I just fell to my death under the water. But that's
Wait,
fine.
what happens if you fall? Does the boat just keep going with
It just keeps going.
Did you you missed out on the entire thing?
Yep.
I was scared to jump out.
It was
just
such a cool
chilling.
tour.
Yeah. Well.
No, I got on the tour, but then I was scared to jump out. So like I just sat on the boat. I was wondering what happens if you actually jump out.
Yep. You die. It's cool. That's what with me. At least I just fell. I hit the
Oh,
ground.
God.
I died. Then
That's-
Chad
that's
spammed
so
Omega
sad.
Law.
That's so sad.
Yo, Eeks, what'd you expect for Fontaine going in?
Okay, I'm not even saying this to be contrarian of everyone else.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. No, I genuinely had like really high expectations of Fontaine
Mhm.
because Star Rail came out like a month and a half, 2 months before. I think it was pretty obvious that Star Rail kind of blew a lot of people away. I
Yep.
mean, it was unbelievably hype. The story was like fantastic in Harillo 6, Harillo 6. That's what
Bellabog?
it's called, right? Yeah, Bellabog.
Yep.
Yeah, it was simple, but it was clean, just like the way it made me feel tonight, you know what I'm saying? But like, no, it was fun. And then all the quality of life changes they made in Star Rail, that like there's just a laundry list of all the little mechanics, because the game's base, leveling up characters, whatever, is similar to Genshin, but then they just improved all these things. So I had high expectations that they would make quality of life changes from Star Rail, like into Genshin in 4.0, which Lamau, but like, and then when it comes to exploration, that is like the one thing I trust Hoyoverse in a lot is the ambiance of all the regions, along with the music and the sights and the sounds and like what you're gonna see. Like I always trust them to do a good job in that. So like they delivered on that too. So I had high expectations because I was like, exploration will be good, and then hopefully they make a lot of positive changes. So they were met, but I am genuinely having like a really good time with Fontaine.
Okay. So you just like making a mockery of us, huh? So you just come on here and you just say, "Oh, I'm the good guy." Okay, that's very good PR stunt there.
Right.
Very good PR move, buddy.
No, I mean, they didn't even like.
Are you
meet any of the
sponsored?
quality of
Are you
life
doing a bounty
expectations.
right now? What's
Oh,
going on, man?
He's
Wait,
a
what?
paid actor.
Yeah, you got to be doing a bounty. All right, ignore him, guys. All right, let's go on. Okay, Code. What were your expectations for Fontaine going in?
I think I was too distracted to notice about Fontaine. It's like,
With Baldi's Gate?
yeah. It kind of warped my expectation a bit, but like aside from that, I feel like I think I've gotten to the point where I just log in Genshin and do the new region content, and then I hop off and play something else sometimes.
Yep,
'Cause
exactly the
I
same.
was like giga farming in the first year of Genshin, right? Like right now, I still have like 9999 every collectible almost. So there's no point of me like farming anything anymore.
Oh,
So I just log in and just do the main story quest.
What's the fucking point anymore, man? What's the fucking point, bro? I already have everything maxed, and Jesus Christ, the walls are closing in. Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I just have 50 crit value on all of my artifacts. What's the point, dude? What's
Streamers
the
used to do,
point?
though? Was that the prime streaming content back then? Just farming?
Well, yeah, so like most of the Genshin stream that I did back then was just me farming in the background while it's just like a 5 hour just chatting screen with like Genshin on the background. It's like, bro, like, I have the info that no one had back then where if I say it now, people will still think I'm crazy, but the maximum amount of enemy you can kill a day is 2,000 common and 400 elites or something. So if you join 7 worlds or have 7 friends, you can max it all and farm like 500k more a day.
You did all that?
Wait, that's
Yeah,
a
I did
thing?
it every single day for like a year.
Wait, but what happens? Does the rest despawn or does it just not give loot?
They just don't drop loot anymore after you hit the
Oh.
cap.
Jesus
Oh my god.
Christ. All right, now I wanna shed some light on a topic because I have Code in person here right now. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that thing right now, guys. Okay,
God.
we're gonna talk about it right fucking now. Code, 2 years ago, you and
Okay.
I were in a call. We were talking
Okay.
about a character. Do you remember what character we were talking about?
What's it got you?
It was Ganyu.
Oh no.
Code. Is Ganyu a support or is she not a support?
In this day and age, I don't think you can play ice character anymore, to be honest.
But you don't think she's okay? Question: is it sub DPS a support?
That's a weird. I think that was like there was a war behind those terms, right? Is sub DPS a support? Yeah.
I think a sub DPS is a support. My opinion.
Yeah.
I think she's
I
a
feel-
fantastic. I think she's a fantastic sub DPS. My opinion.
Isn't sub DPS basically filler damage you do when your main character is like on cooldown and stuff?
No,
No,
it's
it's
sub
when-
DPS is like the characters that put something on the field, basically, when someone else does something else.
It's like an off-field damage dealer, basically.
It's like Fish.
Yeah, it's
like
like-
I don't.
Yeah,
I
but
would
like
consider
is
Fish.
Zhang Ling an off-field sub DPS because she's off-field? I don't know.
Well,
Like,
you're
I mean,
carry.
honestly, I would say
She's a
yes.
carry,
I would
right?
say Zhang Ling is a off-field sub DPS carry. My opinion, but that's
yeah,
just
so I
my
don't know.
opinion.
Is sub DPS, I don't know. I guess like raw definition would be sub DPS is like not the highest damage dealer of that comp or something.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first.
Yeah, to
folks.
me it was just second best DPS essentially.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
For
like
me-
But
you
I'm
know,
a
they-
new.
I would say that you need to run a healer, and then you run like a healer as a support, a sub DF as a support, everything as a support to the main guy on the fucking field. So
I can see that.
exactly.
agree.
Healer was optional for the longest time, and they fucking introduced the giant primal enemies like the animals, and it's like, now you need a fucking healer.
Yeah. Oh, is C6 Bennett good yet or no?
Wasn't like C6 Bennett can work with the new free win lady because like the ICD. Okay, why am I talking about this?
Okay.
Yeah, it works.
Talking about that.
Okay, my bad. Sorry. Anyways, yeah, Fontaine. Yeah, Brax. Thoughts on Fontaine going in?
So like I've always thought like since 1.0 I always kind of erred on the side of caution when it came to like new like story stuff. But in terms of like the region, I was pretty excited just because I'm so tired of the fucking desert. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
Yep.
I liked it because it was new, and I was like, okay, the desert's cool. Like, it's a completely new area. The feeling is new. Everything about it is new. And then there was more desert, and I was like, okay, well, you know, we can do this again. We can keep going into the desert. And there was more desert, and there was more desert. And now my exploration, I think, is like 10% on every desert part of Sumeru. And so-
I'm the same, yes.
Same.
yeah,
I cleared
yeah.
I
the
didn't even
two
unlock the
newest,
last part of
desert
Subaru.
part because I can fly, and the other ones I just have it like 50 or something. I think the one
Oh,
where you
yeah.
can fly, the fucking Pokemon one. Yeah, that's the only thing I maxed.
Okay, I got to comment real quick. I'm getting pissed off. All right. C6, this motherfucker said, okay, let me go back. C6 Bennett is good. Tectone is stupid. How in the fuck? How is C5 Bennett not just better? Because then you can use it with every character in the game, or you can have slight optimization with some units that need pyro. Brax, do you have any thoughts on that?
I was just gonna say, like, I think that C6 Bennett, like, basically, it just depends on who you play. Because I think you can make the argument that it's pretty shit if you play Ayaka or if you play Kuching,
Yeah,
or
but
if you play,
like, you know, C6
But
Bennett
he's
is
really
mad
good if
with
you
characters
use the
that don't
look.
use Bennett.
But
in
yeah,
the
if you
first
play
place,
like
you
any
know?
pyro carry, you can like get the extra pyro damage, right? So I don't know. I wouldn't say it sucks, but I would agree that like yeah, you can do more with C5 Bennett, but I also don't think it's like bad necessarily
Go
back
because
to
you
the
can just
thing
play
I said
other supports
earlier,
with those
no?
characters.
My
like, if you
primal
can, like-
fear is that they release a character that works super well with Bennett, but if you C6 him in the past, you can't use them together. That is my primal fear.
Yep.
Because I C6 him if we're realizing
mean-
give a shit. So
Yep.
It
Yes.
works both ways though, because like C6 Bennett works well with the new Wind character, you know?
Yeah.
Because you can technically use two of
Mm-mm.
them, and you can trigger both reaction because infusion ICD
Who
works differently.
is
than
the
normal
new
ICD.
wind character? What is that?
A fucking cat lady, the
Lynette.
cat
Lynette.
girl twin.
Lynette?
Yeah, the one you get
Oh.
for free.
I ain't gonna
It's like-
C6 my Bennett to have synergy with the fucking 4-star, man. I just ain't doing that. I am
I
not
mean,
doing
it's,
that.
it's for like most infusion, I'd say.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'm good.
But in general, like Fontaine, I think that my expectations when I started the story, I don't want to go into detail on the story because I think we're going to talk about that in a minute. But like
Yeah.
when I started the story, I would say like it definitely blew my expectations out of the water. And then in terms of the region, though, I do feel like for me it's like more of the same. I think you can get burnt out on exploration in games.
You do.
I didn't-
definitely.
I didn't realize that you could until I played Genshin Impact. And so it was definitely
Bro,
like
I don't want to collect 400 more Oculus. Like 80 is fine.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
up
yeah.
exploration, to be honest.
Too much.
it's refreshing though, I will say. And the underwater was really good. I think they did a good job of that. The combat, I wish it was better, but like honestly, I think it's just really funny that now Dia has like an optimal position because you can just play Dia underwater with the clam set, and it's actually the highest DPS in the game underwater. So
Oh.
Wait,
you
shut.
don't
No,
have
Wait,
you're
seriously?
there's no
Yeah.
way. Wait, what? Sorry, what?
as far as underwater damage goes, playing Dia with the clam set because she heals herself when she gets below like 40% HP or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then that clam set takes that damage and it hits harder underwater. So because you can't use any skills or ultimates, so like playing Dia with clam is the highest damage you can get underwater
Oh
with
my God.
alongside attacks. And
Is it
stuff.
okay? Is it significant damage increase?
Oh,
Not
'cause you
really,
can
but
use
it's
it.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
are we
It's
talking
more, it's
about
more.
like double
It's just
digit numbers
crap.
increase or
it's
like
like
the
it's like an
triple
extra 6k every time the bubble pops. So you know it
Hold on, I
helps.
have a question.
Yeah.
Can you turn Hydro MC into a carry? Because I just want to stand there,
You
hold
can
my
stun
E,
lock
boss
or
dies.
something, yeah, you
I
can
just wanna
stun
do
lock
that.
or
Is that
tackle
possible?
your boss with Hydro MC, but otherwise, I don't know.
No,
If you got like $1,000 to drop, maybe.
we're getting to that part. Also, Brax, can you just pet your cat for me, man? It's driving me nuts. Can you just? Oh, thank God. All right, cool. All right, so we got that out of the way. Now I want to talk about something very fun. What I've been wanting to talk about this whole episode. I'm gonna go last, but we're gonna go again in reverse order from Brax. Or if you really just want to scream, you can. Who is y'all's favorite new character that has been introduced so far, or a character that you're looking forward to releasing? Because I'll be real, I was not expecting to have 2 new favorite characters going into Fontaine.
Nuvilet!
Okay, you know what? Okay, Necrit, go for it, man. Tell me all about who your new favorite characters are.
Look, he's just John Lee again.
Fair.
That's right, dude.
That's my reasoning.
Yeah.
Dude, what I want to do, I want to make the ultimate chat team. It's gonna be John Lee. It's gonna be Nuvilet. It's gonna be Diluc. I don't know who's the 4th one. Probably not Zhao. Someone manlier. Thank
Bro,
you.
Ito, brother.
What? Huh?
Okay.
I don't know about
I need
that.
someone who's like older than 12.
Ito, what? He's a grown ass man, bro.
Oh, is he?
Sure.
Well,
He's
not
mentally
maybe.
12.
He's
I would
so
rather-
cool.
I would rather
I
take Owen, to
swear.
be honest.
Ooh,
I
Ayato.
don't know why he annoys me. I'm sorry.
You don't like
New
Ito?
guy that I don't
He
know. How
was
to
good.
say.
What the-
He's my most disliked
Oh,
character.
I'll hate him.
Wait, but
Oh.
why? Why?
No, to be fair, Ito's no. The voice actor is carrying him.
I
pretty
think
hard,
Yeah.
he's
to be
pretty
fair.
Oh
hilarious.
yeah,
Hilarious.
he's
Like
voice
the
actor
character is
so good.
actually really awesome.
Oh, Max Middleman is incredible. Wait, no, Kettle. Wait,
amazing.
do you prefer Kettle or
Mhm.
Toro or Kettle Toro?
Kettle. Just call me Kettle.
Kettle. Why do you not like Ito? Please help me
I
grasp
don't
this.
know, man. He's like the level of unearned confidence, dude. Maybe I'm just jealous that he can be that confident. But dude,
He's
you
just
cannot
better.
pay me to be that confident while being that stupid. At least I know that I am, a little slow. But this guy, he's
Yep.
like way too arrogant. Nah. I find him frustrating to be around. Like if I knew him IRL, I would literally have to avoid him or I will lose my mind.
Yeah,
I
mean,
am serious.
I hate people like Ito, man. Jesus, they are.
Oh, damn, yeah.
All right. Okay. Who's your favorite Fontaine character, Kettle?
Sorry, me?
Yeah. Who's your favorite
Oh.
Fontaine character?
Dude, I thought I would hate Nuvilet. I thought it was gonna be an antagonist, but like his voice, dude. Oh my god.
He's good.
Oh yeah.
He was reasonable. He was an antagonist, whatever. Like he's actually cool, and his voice.
Yeah. he's
Also, I
really
like the
fun.
fact that I noticed. So I don't know any leaks. I avoid leaks like the plague, and so I actually don't look into anything. So I don't know. So don't spoil anything for me. But during all the quests, I noticed something.
Okay.
It's always raining when something's happening to him.
Yes.
Because
And what could that mean?
and I was like,
Okay.
and I was like, no. At first, I was like, because Farina is
Right?
a really shitty Archon.
Shut the fuck up! What in the whoa? What are you?
Right.
We need to go back to that.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yep.
I would love it. I don't think this is the case because people
Yeah,
then told
yeah.
me about the prophecy of the
Yeah.
Hydro Dragon, and
Yeah.
that's what I now believe in. But if that's not the case, I would actually love it if, because obviously they know what the Fatui have been doing in the past. They know about the Gnosis. They are not knowledgeable at this time. I was like, my theory was, what if they know? And what if they purposefully set up Farina to look like she's the Archon? But she's not, because she's incompetent. And the entire time he was the Archon. So when they come for her, they're not gonna get anything, because it's a misdirection. I was hoping they would do that, but now I am leaning towards the dragon theory.
Wait. Is this common discussion people have? This is the first time I'm hearing this.
No,
I know,
I was
I know,
crazy
that-
about it.
I
If you
kind
have
of
the
made it up. I don't know.
info,
The
then yeah.
rain, the rain, dude.
If you
Like
have
the
the
moment.
info, then yeah.
I noticed it at the end. I assume we can talk about spoiler-ish, right?
Yeah. I mean,
you
we
can
are
talk-
discussing about the
in the
story,
title.
right?
It is we're talking about the Archon quest.
Yeah.
You can talk.
I'm talking about the
whatever
end of the arc. I'm not gonna
Yep.
spoil anything big, but part of it is
you like.
that
No, everybody here has agreed. We are talking about Archon quest. Talk about whatever the fuck you
Alright.
want.
Dude, hold on. You just blew my mind.
At the end, it's raining. So that's the one that broke me. It's raining, and then he talks to the Yellow Rose. Forgot her name. The that lady, Navia. They talk it out, and it stops raining. And I was like, oh, this happened in the past because Navia mentioned that the day her father died, it was raining.
Yep.
And I know that he has a big connection to Nouvelle. And I was like, that's weird. And then before that, he talked to Navia. And the moment Navia walked outside after she cried, it started raining.
Well, I mean,
was like,
it's very straightforward. Like, he is the water dragon. He even refers
it seems to be that way.
No, it's not even seems like he is. Like, his eyes are dragons. He even refers to the other people as you humans. Like, literally.
Wait.
Thingies too.
Yeah. And he has the dragon. Go ahead. Island, go ahead.
Island.
Yeah.
Wait. So we're hinging on the fact that Neko, you're saying there's a possibility that he might be an Archon. But
I would love it if that was the case. I don't think that's the case.
No, he's just a dragon.
I would love it if he was actually Archon.
A lot of people are saying Nouvelle is a dragon because obviously there's a lore aspect connected to him. And then that's in the background.
Yeah.
I mean, at the start of the quest, we literally said another dragon ? Like the traveler literally says that. Remember?
Personally, I always this entire time just took that as a fact that he was just a dragon or a bishop, perhaps. Who knows? But I mean, Zhongli was a dragon, and if you really think about it, it's raining when he's sad or dragon sad or whatever, and I'm just like, that elemental type of rain could be connected to an Archon in a way if he's not a dragon.
He's a dragon.
So now I'm like,
I mean, like,
there's a possibility now. Oh my god, my brain.
Because the first thought was he has to be Archon because that's the one who has that kind of power. Would dragon would like affect the world in the same way? I don't know. I don't know the lore that deep.
I mean, Storm Terror, right?
Well,
like a wind.
The Apex guy as well, right? The APEP one.
Yeah. The other thing is that he doesn't have a vision.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Farina, Archons have a fake vision, right? Essentially, some of them have fake vision. So we don't know if Farina is a fake vision or a real vision. It's like left up in the air, and we don't know. That's why it's so. Oh, this is so interesting. Oh my god.
That's cool, right?
Like that's why I hope that she's not the Archon because that would be such a great point in her character where she's trying to fake her power, but she's not good at it because she's actually not the Archon. It would fit her character so well. That's why I kind of hope they're gonna do it.
So
I mean, that only works if Nahida was lying to us, then that's the only way that would work, right? That she's not an Archon.
Yeah.
And at the end of the Archon quest, the person we talked to is Nouvelle. Like that's the first time we talked to like a non-Archon character at the end of the quest. I think usually at the end of Archon quest, we always talk to the Archon. So maybe, maybe the person didn't actually break.
We did talk to Yaya before. We did.
Oh, you're right. Oh, okay.
I mean, she's kind of.
Also, what's the deal with the
she
giant?
also held the Gnosis for a long time, so.
What's the deal with the giant dragon skeleton? By the way, in Fontaine, is that the previous dragon Archon? I don't know. I just asking.
Maybe it's a giant fish.
I got no fucking idea.
Oh, do we actually not know? Is there no lore?
All right, so I'm gonna go up to bat here real quick. First of all, I have no fucking idea, and I'm getting pissed off. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Okay, there is too much Farina slander going on right now because I am going to say she is the best Archon of all time, and I'm also going to go double down. I'm going to say she is the best character in Genshin Impact history, and the reason why that is because she has so much depth, she has so many flaws, she has so many insecurities, she has so much personality. It is so goddamn refreshing. Every single time she's on the screen, I can barely think about anything else other than how captivating of a character that she is. The split personality being like, oh god, do they know I'm a dumbass? I know. I'll say this really cool thing now. Look at how
she's like a YouTuber. She's like a YouTuber, but I actually
so much.
I compared her
the best.
I compared her to Papyrus.
More annoying. What?
Wait, Papyrus? From
she's like Papyrus because especially in Act 2, she's basically Papyrus because everyone is kind of like, doing the trial. No one's paying attention to her. And then she's like, well, actually, it's gotta be like this. And then you're wrong because this is happening. And then this is happening. And then everyone turns around from her and she's like, I'm out. And then she walks away and everyone ignores her. She's exactly like Papyrus there.
She's so patronizing. I love it.
She is. And
and everyone ignores her.
She's a baby, bro. Like, she realized that she was wrong in the court trial. And then she's like, okay, well, I'll just leave. And then Nuvalet's like, no.
Where the hell are you
gonna
going?
stay. You are
Get
gonna
back
stay, and you're gonna see all the mess that you caused. Bro,
Yeah.
she is so much goddamn fun. Her design looks incredible. I love the teardrop eyes. What is like the chromia, the heterochromia, looks
Yeah.
fucking beautiful. I love everything about the character.
I have a take about Farina. I think a lot of people they don't like her because she sounds annoying because of her brattiness. But like, part of it's like they made her design as a childish character to begin with. So it's like, can you
That's the
really
point,
get
yeah.
upset with the insecurities and annoyance of a child? But then because it's because she has that, like you said, it's refreshing. It's like fun.
It
It's
is.
very refreshing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
new.
Because the majority of personalities, okay, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Okay, you have a bunch of dudes, and I don't know how Nuvalet delivers hit because I love Nuvalet a lot. He is incredible. Like, I'll be real, but he shit on everybody else. Okay, Farina is my number one female favorite character. Nuvalet's my favorite number one male character. Like, they blew it out of the fucking water. I never thought I would like someone more than Ito. Or shit, even though I love Kazuha, but Nuvalet is fucking incredible. But dude, like, oh my god, Farina, she's just so fucking funny because the majority of characters, especially female characters, are like, oh man, I just really want to be nice to the main character. Oh my god, they are so cool. But Farina,
Hold on.
yeah, go ahead.
Huh? What?
I mean, hold on. Connected to like what people think is annoying, right?
Yes.
You as the main Paimon hater.
I fucking hate Paimon.
What's your
I feel
take on
like a lot
Paimon
of
in
people
Fontaine?
don't like Paimon.
Take on
Like,
Paimon
oh.
and Fontaine. Unironically, I thought it was very funny when Paimon was labeled as a balloon. I thought that was very funny. She only recapped annoyingly, I think twice. She's
Yes.
a little bit. She's better. She is better in Fontaine. But that being said, I mean, holy fuck, bro! It's just so high pitched. It just gives me a fucking headache, bro. I'll just keep it a buck.
She became smarter, and I kind of appreciate it. When she was like
Yeah.
cracking the case, and like she actually brought up good points, I was like,
Yeah.
actually useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the only
she-
character that was bad this update is the Traveler.
I
don't
think
know
the
why.
I think the problem is she just needs glasses. When she wears glasses, she's
Yeah, we're
she's a pretty damn good. She's made a big improvement. She's definitely made a big improvement. But yeah. Well, let's keep
Yeah.
going. Eeks, who's your favorite character in Fontaine?
Yeah, like
If you say
I-
Linnea, you're farming.
no, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't think Navia was gonna be as important of a character as she is.
Yep.
Like in
true.
all the trailers and stuff, I thought she was gonna be like an Ito or like Hu Tao, you know, where they're like a pretty cool character, but they're not exactly important
Yeah, of course.
to the main story. And I'm like super happy with how like involved she is. I mean, it's pretty much all about her, almost. At least it's tied to her.
Yeah.
So honestly, right now I gotta say Navia, she's like really charming in the emotional scenes where she's crying and stuff. Like, so I really like her a lot. And then Nuvalet, yes, I'm on the Nuvalet train as well. I thought he was just gonna be like a stoic kind of, you know, just maybe a little asshole. He's all about the law, and there wasn't that much depth to him. Because just like Necrit, I don't look at anything like leak related. So I just saw him as like he's a court guy, and he doesn't have a vision. Yeah, I can see he might be Bishop and Kanamiya related, but I thought his personality wouldn't be that cool. But it's honestly super sick how he's like still learning more about himself, right? Like we don't really see character growth that much in Genshin, at least from non-Archon characters. So wink, wink. But yeah, it's cool seeing him grow. So those are my two favorite right now, definitely. Navia.
I
and
kind of
Nuvalet.
like that they give him a little twist, because someone like Raiden, she was always seen like the almighty powerful, you know, she could do everything.
Yep.
And then at the end of part 2, we learned that he doesn't even know like how the machine works for the justice.
Yeah, he's like,
Right.
wait a minute, what's going on here?
And I like that twist. Like now you have like a really powerful guy, but he has a flaw, and now like it feels like he can be threatened, and that wasn't really explored before.
Yeah. Also, I will say, Eeks, I'm so sorry, but Navia is a Geo user. So I just want to break that news to you. I am so sorry.
She's gonna be the first Geo character to come out in like over a year and a half.
Since
Yeah.
So
3.0.
I'm on the full like extra strength military grade copium
Yeah,
that
she's
this is
gonna
gonna
be
be the best Geo character we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm really
Totally.
hoping that she brings some like refreshing newness to the
Mhm.
Geo because like there's only 8. We only have 8.
I am so
I
There's
am
not
going
been any
to
since
riot
3.0.
if she's not a 5-star. I'm gonna be so mad.
I'm gonna
Also,
laugh.
she looks like my
I'm
chat
gonna be
hates
so
it, but
freaking
I
mad.
always bring it up when I talk about Navia. She looks like Otto in Auto Apocalypse in a dress.
What? I thought
She
people were going like
do.
Navia is like Taylor Swift and then Tartaglia is like, I don't know, Ed Sheeran or something.
Yeah.
no?
Also, free my man Tartaglia. Okay, boy is still locked
Aw.
up. Gonna be locked up for 6 more weeks. I mean, he is rotten in that prison cell. It's a damn shame.
All because of a machine.
I know,
Yeah.
man.
Why do you think it thinks he's guilty?
Because he
I
is.
Maybe
think- I think- I
because
think
he's
it's a
like
butterfly
a
effect.
piece of shit war criminal, or I don't know.
Because he is, man. Because he is.
He's
Tartaglia's a
guilty
bad
of
dude.
other things.
Oh,
Yeah.
somebody suggested this in my chat yesterday about this specifically. I thought it was very interesting. Now this is a little bit lower, but I won't go into too much detail. Somebody said, you know how that machine seems to apparently have like the power that's attached to the gods or whatever,
Yeah.
like the celestial, whatever. Not celestial, but just gods in general. They said maybe it kind of like reacted up to the opposite of Tartaglia because the abyssal transformation that he was doing, the Foul Legacy, it was the opposite of the god's power from the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that could be the case. We don't have much evidence for it, but I can maybe see that's very interesting plotline because the power is like opposite. Because not only that, we already know in Fontaine we got that new arc mechanic, the light and dark system that was in the Overworld. So I was like,
Yep.
oh man.
I think
thought that was
Could
pretty
it
interesting.
just see him as guilty because he's using the power of the abyss just by
Yeah,
default?
yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, it's by
That's what I was
default,
gonna
right?
say.
Because like he's using
Mhm.
elemental power. Wait,
Fabricating the power of the gods. I don't like
Yeah.
that very much.
I'll be real. I don't really give a fuck about Tartaglia because he got bitched in one hit by Nugulette.
He got
Like,
slapped to the
dude,
ground.
that boy
Wait,
got
That
One
was
Punch
daddied
Man.
so
on.
sick.
Yo.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. That was the coolest thing.
Boy
Oh
got
god.
put in the motherfucking dirt. the
didn't
verdict
follow
was
the
that boy was a
You
pussy.
wait until they
Bah!
transform.
Also-
That's not the rule.
Also, speaking of cool cutscenes, can we talk about how cool? There was such a mind-blowing one when you first went into the dream. You talked to the Oceanid,
Mhm.
and then you came back
The project
from the
Sigma.
coma.
Oh, dude, that
into a
blew me
full-on
away.
fight.
Yep.
That fight felt more like a fight than the War of Inazuma.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh
that
Oh
was
my
God,
god.
yeah.
crazy.
It's
That was
but, like,
such a good twist.
It's a really
In that-
cool. The reason why they did that, it's actually a storytelling device that I did a lot in theater, which is where when you want to give the audience a very important clue, but you want them to forget about it, you like do like a weird ominous little thing, and then holy shit, what's happening to make it go to the back of their brain and focus on the forefront. That way, when we go back to it, you realize how important it was.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, no, I love shit like that. It's super, super, super cool. Sorry, Cody, you were saying
That
something?
was very cool.
The
Yeah, it's a
traveler didn't do
distraction,
anything, bro.
misdirection.
Like he could have not wake up and the result will be the same. He just woke
Yep.
up to see 2 people carried him.
Yeah.
But at least we got to see Chlorine's button, so you know.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
fighting for his life.
Leftover.
I'm
And
confused.
those buttons on her shirt.
Is anybody here going to talk about Chlorine or what's going on
Oh
here,
my
guys?
god!
Bro.
I'm so excited
Buttons
for
are
her.
holding on for dear life.
Yo, Brax, is she your favorite character or who are your favorite characters of Fontaine?
Oh, actually, it's probably Farina, just because she's a fucking brat and it's hilarious. But Claudine, I'm really excited for her. Truthfully, I have to admit something to you guys.
Yeah.
I have not finished the quest. I tried last night. I stayed up so late. Listen, I've already had it spoiled for me by other people, so you guys aren't doing anything. But so far, Farina, definitely my favorite character. I don't know. She's
So what'd you think about when she dies?
What?
Now I
Bro,
got what
stop.
Sorry guys. Broke the
I
news
thought
to
you
him.
liked Farina. Stop.
Hold on. How far did you get actually?
I'm at like the beginning of, or not the beginning. I'm like a little past the beginning of Act 2.
Damn it!
So-
Because there were so many twists
There's
that
a
I
lot.
wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
No, just go.
Hey, you
Just
know
talk
the
about
good
it.
thing is-
Go ahead, spoil it.
We're
Spoil it.
talking
Is
about
it-
him anyways.
Yeah,
Is it-
I knew
okay,
what I
hold
was
on.
getting into. It's fine.
Is it fine if I just spoil the very, very, very end?
Yes, you can
Yeah.
spoil everything. Okay.
Because there is one thing that I love about this, and again, I'm a guy who I like mortality in games. All right, I like when they kill characters. It makes everything important when characters die.
Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like how Genshin went from being afraid to kill anything. Like anything. There are so few characters in this giant world that actually died, and they went from this into going into a drug addict zen, going through the clothes of like dead girls, and then you go back to the guy who gets murdered by by his own victims, and I'm like,
Right.
well, this blew me away.
Dude,
Yeah, that
What-
was so
But
cool.
Genshin killed
Mhm.
the character though, but it's mainly like the NPC you meet for like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
that dies.
Exactly, and
NPCs be
that
dying
sucks.
all the time.
You never get
Yeah.
attached.
but
Yeah, you never get attached to them.
I
They
think the
just
thing that
randomly.
the thing that blew my mind even more than the killing in this was they talked about sex that people don't want with Arlecchino. When they brought that shit up, when they were like, "Oh yeah, the noble took all of the orphan children into
Yeah,
like a
that's
sex ring." I was like, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?" And then Arlecchino like kills the fucking noble, and then the kids remember her face like coated in blood. I was like, "Holy fuck, this character is hard as shit."
Do you think they realize that like the Genshin audience is getting older over time, and they are like, you know what, maybe we
been
can
3
go
years.
into like those
Can
topics.
handle it.
I mean,
they've been raising the age.
They are
for the
15
other
now. They
games.
can handle it.
They've been raising the age rating
Oh,
for the
no.
other games.
Yeah, like
recently.
Zenless Zone Zero is gonna be
Ah,
16 and
really?
up. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, dude, have
Nice.
you seen Nicole in Zenless Zone Zero?
No. I need to search that up now.
Look up Nicole
Physics
Zenless Zone
sliders
Zero.
all the way.
Bro.
Dude, I'm not kidding you, Kettle. It is the most gratuitous fan service character I've ever
Oh
She's
my
amazing.
God.
seen. Yeah,
Oh
Holy
god.
shit.
yeah, she is
If you click on the
beautiful.
menu
If
and
you-
go through the menu,
Her-
she has a lot of
Dude, her menu
I'm getting
animations.
shy just looking at her.
Her menu animations are like, here's an ass shot, look at it jiggle. Here's a tit shot, watch them flop
just, like,
around.
Flipping around.
It is
He's
ridiculous.
turning and shit.
And also,
yeah.
also, Zenless Zone Zero is a furry's paradise. I cannot wait for that fucking game. Well, not that I'm a furry, but I just can't wait for Zenless Zone Zero. But that game's gonna be so goddamn
Good
good.
one.
All right, so I want to go on to something else because there's been a little bit of controversy with what's going on, and I want to just talk about it. Maybe we have some insight. Is the Water MC the worst character ever made, or no?
Yes. Yes.
Probably,
Yes.
yeah.
Just pew pew. Come on.
I think so.
Dude,
Yeah.
No.
dude,
Yeah,
Where's that
I-
Aloy?
I spent like
I mean, at least
3
Aloy has
minutes-
team comms.
I spent like 3 minutes like
Yeah.
I spent like 3 minutes trying to get the alt energy for the main MC. I thought it was gonna be some crazy shit. The E, the push button, the what is it? Almost like a hydro pump move that she's
Yeah.
got.
Squirt
he's
gun.
got. That was cool. The water gun was funny. I thought it was a meme. I went to
Mhm.
try to alt. That was the most underwhelming shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, yo, there's gotta be some way to use this. I'm just stupid. I need to talk to a meta person. Brax, tell me, is this trash?
I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Open sea.
Oh, I just wanted to turn it into
If
a
you can't
carry.
be
Come
saved
on.
by every good support in the game, I don't know. It's kind of doomed.
I'm telling you right now, I will make the Water MC viable because when they have 3 sub DPS C6 R5 units behind them, I will make them work. Okay, I will make them work, and I'm not gonna make them hyper boom either. I'm gonna make them pop the fuck off with Electro and Vaporize. I'm gonna make them do. It's gonna be like a goddamn Piccolo special beam cannon. It is gonna be so sick. I actually can't wait. But yeah, I just wanted to go to. Yeah, they're fucking terrible. Also, Uvi, did you say who your favorite character was?
Pretty much all of them, but I think Farina, then Uvalette, and then Navia.
Yeah. I am shocked, and this will lead me into my next topic. I'm not sure if we saw all of the backlash and the controversy for this will be the last time we talk about controversy this podcast, by the way. Just figured I'd just bring it up. The Lene backlash for Korean Genshin Impact was insane. The trailer had more dislikes than it had likes, and people were saying we don't like weak men in our game. I was going into Genshin Impact 4.0, and I did not like Lene just because, well, I was being real. He just looked like a little kid, and I'm like, I don't care. But then after playing the story for Lene, I had to pull him because I enjoyed his story quest. I enjoyed his lore so much that I actually fucking love the character now. I find his kit very enjoyable, as well as like the little cats that he summons are very, very, very fun. I have 3 cats, so I fucking love that aspect of his kit. But I am curious. Do any of y'all have any strong opinions, positive or negative, that you'd like to share with Lene, or what's going on?
I think
mean, he was
Let's
pretty much.
start with the crit.
All right, for me, he was pretty much boring until you learned about the House of the Hearth or whatever it's called. Like from that point on, once you learn about his background, that's when he started getting interesting.
Yeah.
Before that, he was kind of like a guy doing magic tricks. Speaking of which, am I the only guy who thinks that like faking magic tricks in a video game or in a fantasy setting is just boring?
Yeah,
it's like
not because
when
it's
you're watching a
expected,
real
right?
magic show, it's because they are actually like real, like they are faking magic.
Yep.
Yeah.
If it's in a video game, you can
It's
you can
just
code
animation, right?
Yalan coming out of his ass, and you can do it because it's a video game.
It's also like, oh my god, did Lene attach a string to Paimon when they weren't looking when like Zhongli's a fucking dragon? Can
Yeah.
summon a meteor from the sky?
You made
Summons a
someone
phoenix?
vanish. How is it possible?
How are they doing that? It's like, okay, literally, I think Kazuha disappears when he does his charged attack animation. Like,
Kimiko has a literal tail.
yeah, it's like, I mean,
So yeah,
okay.
so yeah, I wasn't really biting my nails there.
Yeah.
But after you learn the background, that's a cool character. Before that, not one of the strongest ones.
Yeah, Kettle, you said you think you had something to say about Lene?
Oh, I was just curious. What actually was the controversy? I never quite heard about it.
So pretty much they didn't like Lene because he looked like a weak man. They didn't like
Oh.
that, and then there was a bunch of transphobic and homophobic comments made about Lene because
Oh.
yeah, if you like Lene's quote unquote, not my words, apparently if you like Lene, that you're gay, and that was
What
pretty
the
much what was
fuck?
said in the comments. It was really bad, really
That's
really
so
bad.
fucked up.
Yeah, no, it
That's
was
nasty.
yeah, it was awful.
I'm not sure if you guys know the game called Limbus Company or something.
Yep,
think
I
it's
know
also a
Limbus.
Korean
Oh my
thing.
god, no!
Yeah, the drama about this is like I think the Korean player base got them to fire a lot of female employees because the game has been releasing too much male characters or something.
Yep.
So it's similar
I-
to like this one.
I'm
where
a
Genshin has been
Korean,
releasing a
so-
lot of male characters.
Okay, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts,
Your
Island?
thoughts?
I'm I'm in tune with the whole stuff that's going on with this and with Limbus Company because I'm Korean and I know a lot of their stuff. I don't want to talk bad about my country,
Of
but there
course.
is a obvious issue in my personal opinion, and that is the idea of gender equality, which is very sensitive topic in Korea specifically. It's just like an entire national thing, and that's where a lot of these problems stems from transphobia stuff. So like, it's very unfortunate to see as a Korean myself.
Yeah, I did not
but-
know. I did not know about any of this at all.
Yeah, it's kind of rough, but I try to avoid it as much as I can because these kind of topics can get very sensitive.
It's
but yeah.
understandable.
For sure.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say anything that you're uncomfortable with. I just thought it was a shame because there was so much backlash for Lene, and when you hear that much negativity, I was like, okay, well, Lene must be mid. But then I actually tried him, and he was very fucking nice.
Yeah, he's
love
pretty
his
cool.
kit, love his story. Yeah, I think his pants are stupid. But other than that, I mean, I think he's a pretty fucking cool character. I'll also say it. I will just say this, okay? I also really didn't like Lynette because she's just super boring and she's super emotionless. And then I really thought about why that is. And a lot of people who experience severe trauma when they are a child, it lasts, right? And so now I understand the reason why she's so withheld, so introverted, so not outgoing is because, I mean, it's still haunting her. So I think we are going to see a lot more growth with Lynette when Arlecchino comes out. But yeah, I mean, a lot of people were giving Lynette shit for not having a personality, but it actually makes sense character-wise, which is very, very rare that a game actually makes sense. Like, oh, this character isn't this quiet, reserved character because it's cool to be quiet. It's because she's fucked up. Like, she is fucked up.
I agree.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought-
because I feel
That's
like
such a good
she,
point.
if she was like had more personality, it would kind of overshadow what Lenny was talking about. Because obviously Lenny was like the storyteller of the that part of the quest.
Yep. It also reminds me of the great magician duo Penn and Teller, where one talks a
That's
lot, the other
right.
one talks not at all, which is a really cool, because
That's
I
a
love those two.
great
So
reference.
it's a cool little, I guess,
Yeah.
juxtaposition. Okay, well, let's move on from Lene. I think Lene deserves more people's appreciation. I think they're actually a very good character. Next, I want to talk about the zone of Fontaine. Has anything particularly blown your mind, or has anything particularly left you wanting more? Is there anything that y'all feel strongly about? If you want to say something, Oofy, you can start.
I got to explore yet.
You haven't explored? Oh my god. Okay. Is there
All right,
anybody here?
should I take over?
Yes.
All right, so it reminds me of Grizzly Hills, and I am the happiest man.
Dude, I thought I was the only person who noticed that, bro. I fucking love this.
I love that zone. I just love because I liked Mondstadt out of all the regions. It's just green, simple, cool, very zen. And then this is the same, except I love the spiky hills because that's kind of what's giving this the iconic shape. It's because every zone has a different shape from the environmental design. They are going for like very very edgy and ironically, you know, very very spiky. When it comes to the music, I'm a big music nerd.
Yep.
They are actually imitating John Williams. I don't know if any of you noticed.
No.
If you're a fan of Star Wars, old Star Wars, the old movies, they are using the little trumpets for transitions between scenes. Every time there's like the old school wipe, and then there's like a little trumpet. They're using the exact same thing at the end every time a soundtrack loops. So they are really going into like very classical themes, and that's not just, you know, it's French, and there's freaking French references everywhere, and you know, with the names as well. But it's also in the music. I could talk about the music for a very long time. But yeah, okay, so they are also using the tech they used in Mario Odyssey, where in Mario Odyssey, if you walk around and you do anything, you're gonna hear music. The moment you throw your head and you turn into something else, you're gonna hear the exact same music, except it is layered in a different style. They are using the exact same thing in Fontaine, where you can hear the soundtrack. The moment you jump into water, it doesn't transition into a different soundtrack. It is the exact same soundtrack, except on top of that, you just layer a different version of it, so it seamlessly transitions into a muted version with different instruments. It's absolutely genius, and it gives just swimming around so much life. That's my take.
So
I didn't even notice that.
my problem with the music is you'll be walking around the main building, the main area, the main city, and this beautiful song will be playing, and it's very fun, it's very nice, and then it'll just go silent for like minutes,
Yeah.
1 minute,
For like 3 minutes, yeah.
and I'm just like, why the fuck do they do that? I
That
honestly,
is
I
most
don't
likely
get
a
it.
bug. That is most likely a bug where at the end of the soundtrack they don't have a cutoff point and it just like finishes the soundtrack without any transition. I'm pretty sure they will probably fix that.
Yeah, it's only been 3 years. I mean, they're an indie company; they'll get around to it eventually.
Yep.
Guys, it'll be fixed, okay? Just like
I
you
don't
know.
think any soundtrack continuously play in Genshin forever though. They always like get a stop-out point and then silence
Yeah.
and start again.
But the stop-up point, there's
Yeah.
like a little. It's short. In Fontaine, for no reason at all, it's like 10 seconds long.
It's
And I
more
don't
than that,
know.
bro. I was literally just like, I did a
Yeah.
whole bit where I was just like, huh. So guys, what are you guys doing here? It's just like it was so fucking
Just
long.
awkward.
It actually is a awkward amount of time. I don't like it at all.
Speaking of awkward,
Hmm?
I like how they are actually using the music and not using the music. When I love the scene where you go into the opera house and you know Nubile is sitting there in the front seat. And Paimon is talking to him, and there's just awkward silence and nothing. And you can only hear the echo of Paimon's voice.
Mr. Pokey,
It's
thank you for the
so
red
well
banner.
done.
Appreciate it, bro. Yo, follow channel.
Love it.
Yeah, no, Paimon has done some very weird shit, as well as when you have the story on autoplay, and then somebody finishes talking, and then you just, and it just won't
Yep.
autoplay, and you're just like,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah, I don't know why
Paimon.
that happens.
Yeah, it's awful, bro. It's awful. Now, that being said, I do want to say an area that I think is very underrated. But I love the because Fontaine's very beautiful, you know, open city, very nice, beautiful landscapes with spiky hills, boats flying, water, underground, beautiful neon colors, all that shit. But the underground area where like all like the quote unquote poor people live, where like Navia is,
The
and like
sewers?
the boss, the sewers, man.
They're
I
good.
fucking love the sewers.
Yeah.
It is so fucking cool. It reminds me a lot of an area from, I believe it's Dark Souls 1, where you have to go through sewers and rats, and then you unlock this one ring because I was bad at the game and I needed an upgrade. But
I
regardless.
was for sure you're gonna say Piltover and Zon, but like, okay.
Oh, yeah. that too. Piltover Zon.
Piltover and Zon.
Listen, man, I'm not as far brain rotted with League as you are, man.
I think,
I'm a Dark Souls guy. Also, are you guys going to play Armored Core?
Maybe. Wait, hold up.
Yeah, it's coming out soon. Armored Core and Lies of P are coming out
Should
soon.
be right around the corner.
Oh, I
I
didn't
think I
realize.
just
it was
remember something about Fontaine. You guys
What
remember
is
the
that?
Fontaine trailer, right?
Yeah.
The Fontaine
Yeah.
trailer? Remember the cubes of water in the sky that they advertised we can go in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
they're,
this
they're,
patch,
they're right outside.
Yeah,
The
is it like
cubes?
false advertising then?
Yeah.
Like, we can't go there
Yeah.
this patch?
Have they done this before, actually? Because I was
I
I was
don't
asking my
think
chat. I don't
so,
know.
no.
Like,
Yeah, I
Is
was
this
so
the
confused
first
where.
time?
Yeah, we can't go in the water cubes, right?
yep.
Like, even though it was in the
Yeah.
trailer.
Dude, it also
Ah.
looks straight out of Sonic Frontiers. I'm not sure if y'all noticed that.
Yep. Yeah.
It looks
100%.
exactly like that. What were you going to say, Cuddle?
Yeah.
I forgot. Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Anybody else have a particularly favorite area from Fontaine they want to talk about or bring attention to that people can go check out or completely avoid?
Or
Yeah,
it
I
depends
that-
on how far you
No,
play the
that-
story.
I wanted to go back real quick on what
Yeah.
you said about that Navia place. I forgot the name of it. The
Sewers.
underground place, right?
Poison.
sewers. I loved it, by the way. It was like so cool. But I really hope that's not the end of it.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think that's,
I wanna-
that's it.
You know what I
No.
mean? Is it like a tool they're just using for the main quest and that's
Yeah.
it? Ugh,
Yep.
it's
No,
so
I don't think
cool.
so. I don't think so because when we'll get Child out of the prison, we'll probably have to break him out, and we're gonna run away. We're gonna escape
Oh.
through the sewers.
Yeah, but you're also the
Oh.
guy who also thinks Genshin Impact's going to fix their soundtrack bug. You know what I'm saying?
God damn it.
I think it's more fun if we just let Tartaglia sit in jail, to be honest.
Yep.
He'll
Like, we've
break out
done enough
himself.
jailbreaking in Genshin. Like, I don't know how many times
Also-
have we done it.
Also, what are the chances that the giant tower is actually the prison?
Very
There's
high.
if you look into the distance, you can actually see the giant tower, which I guess is the fortress. Because what else would it or where else would it be?
Oh.
Yeah.
The water cubes.
Yeah, good
That would be a
point.
I
cool
thought
prison.
it-
To be fair,
Or they
the
store
water
more
cube.
water.
Good point.
I thought they said it was the prison. Like I thought
Was
I
it? I don't know.
remember reading that. They were like, whenever a criminal does something, we take them here. Which obviously it's for the court, but it also sounded like just all prisoners go there. But maybe
Alright.
maybe I'm tripping.
I don't know if I'm missing this, but like they keep mentioning about the duelist arena, but I can't find it. Am I crazy or something?
I cannot find it either. I have not found
That's
it.
gonna be an event.
No,
Yeah,
that would
it's
make
gotta be.
sense.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
no,
boss
sounds
rush
like it.
event.
Dude,
Probably.
It might be where you fight the dancing
It
boss.
could be. Yeah.
I think that was something.
Because it's
that was
right
something
by the
else,
court,
though.
and then that's
Yeah.
like a guy
Probably.
doing a
Oh yeah, there's a chair
experiment,
there.
right?
That
He's
would
like,
make
oh,
sense.
dude.
There's like a
So
judge's
maybe
chair
in the
there.
story they obviously the robots leave, and then that's the arena. But maybe.
I was gonna
No,
say if it was
but
an
I
event,
thought
it
it was
was a
designed
PvP
for those
event
two robots, though.
where you could like PvP in there, that would be sick. But there's no fucking way that's gonna happen. So
No,
yeah, the PvP's
no,
not happening
no.
at all.
No.
That's a damn shame,
Oh.
bro. What a fucked up
The only
day.
PvP you get is Twitter.
I know.
Type, like,
I
I don't
know.
Character sucks
You
or
mean
something.
X?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
true.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, like, you type like this character is ass on Twitter, and it's like a turn-based combat where the arguments flow. You know,
Oh,
that's how you
dude.
PvP.
if you think it's bad now, Elon released a balance patch yesterday where they're actually
Oh, no.
buffing.
Oh,
They're actually
God.
buffing any person who harasses people on the internet,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
taking
no,
away
he
the
can't do it.
ability to
anymore.
block.
No, he's not legally allowed to do that though. You need the block function to be on Apple and Play Store. So
Yeah,
if he
well-
doesn't, he
Oh.
just has to take down these platform.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Okay, if they take
I
away
wouldn't
that
be
shit-
surprised. I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised if it became pay to win and you had to pay to unlock the ability to block.
Oh my
You
god.
know why Elon
my
is
God.
trying to remove the ability to block people? I think someone in the back end told him that he's the most blocked person in like X.
He is
Oh,
I'm
actually.
pretty
Yes.
sure. I'm
He
pretty
is.
sure.
Is he actually?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he is.
It probably is.
He's the most blocked person in the platform.
That is amazing.
Twitter is kind of like a
It's
hive
pretty
mind like
funny.
that. There's a lot of people that do not fucking like that guy.
Yep.
Mhm.
That is fucking wild. Oh my god. Huh. I never did. Okay, well, that's nuts. Also, any of y'all fight the 20 million HP fat blob boss from Big Hero
Yes,
6?
yes.
Yes.
Oh, dude, I got
That was
murdered.
sick.
I one tried it with Dia, but my Dia is unfair. So
Shut the fuck up, Code. I hate you, bro. I hate this guy, dude. Jesus Christ. What is it?
Dude,
What is it?
this guy with his
100%
50
rate,
crit
500%
value.
crit damage, bro. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Why?
I can
Why
honestly,
they
like-
put that in there?
there's like multiple different like mini hidden bosses you can find around Fontaine,
I
which
was
I think is pretty
I was
cool.
just swimming. I
love
found like a
that.
really fat seal that was like a boss fight. That was cool.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
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 Cute.
I'll be
It's
real.
neat.
Yeah.
I bodied
like
the
this
fucking
one.
thing, but like now when I fight things and it takes me a while, I'm like, how the fuck is anybody else doing this? Like, if
Yeah.
if I'm not killing this in 3
Maybe
seconds,
you're not as cool as you believe.
Yeah.
have you seen my account, bro?
Actually, no.
Okay,
Actually, no.
You should check it out sometimes, man. It's ridiculous. I don't think it's as good as Codes, but for a guy who took 10 months off, it is nuts. And actually, a
What
true
are-
10 months off. I don't mean like an
I haven't
MTask,
swiped.
take a month off and think about it. Like I mean, like I didn't open the game. I didn't even think about it for 10 months. It was nice. What were you saying, Code?
My Genshin gameplay is the same with my Honkai Star Rail gameplay. It's like the auto button.
Yep, it's good. All right, let's
Yeah.
go on to the
Yeah.
next. I want to talk about everybody's feelings on swimming. Did we know? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Brax.
Do you mind if I talk about the music real quick?
Go
Because I
for
wanted
it,
to bounce off Nick. But,
Yep.
so the Star Wars thing or the John Williams thing is like really good point. One thing that I loved about it. So my name is Braxophone. I play saxophone, right? The
No
saxophone's
way.
not
What?
typically in. I know it's
No.
crazy, right? Saxophone's not typically in like orchestra and stuff, so we haven't seen it in Genshin. We've seen it in demos and stuff, but like never like actually in Genshin. But they have a Barry sax playing a solo over like most of the Fontaine music, and it's freaking incredible. And like me as a saxophone player, I feel like wow, this is fucking amazing. And the other thing is the battle music reminds me very much of Final Fantasy and like Pokemon themes.
Mhm.
Like when you get into it, it's that like driving motor, the dun 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 dun.
Yeah, it's
dun,
very
dun,
driven.
dun,
It's very
that
driven
thing?
by
You
one
can-
instrument that carries it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can like for the battle music, I could really imagine like you could literally just start any Pokemon battle theme like right after the intro, and it
Yeah.
would work perfectly. So I really like the feeling of the region feels like completely different from everything else, just because of like how they did the music and stuff. I think it's fucking incredible.
I wonder if it's a reference to just French jazz. Because that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. It's just jazz everywhere, and you're just like, they just try and shove it into places because it makes sense for the region. Why not?
Yeah. Well, what's actually really interesting on the saxophone thing specifically is that a lot of like the best classical saxophonists came from France, and saxophone initially like I wouldn't even call what the Barry sax is playing like jazz, right? Like it's like thematically jazz, right? But it's like a very classical sound. It's really interesting how in touch with like classical like French instrumentation and like French music history this entire region is, because like my mind is always fucking blown by the soundtracks in this fucking game. But they
Is
pop
the
off
is the Fatui theme normally played by sax as well? Because I
Guys,
think
please
when
follow
Child
everybody
got
in
slapped
this
into the ground, or actually when he was
They're all
using
great
his
people.
power,
Mods, feel free to shout out their
they
channels,
covered
please,
the
one at a
Fatui
time.
theme
Please
using the
go
same
give them a
instruments they did
follow.
in Fontaine.
Really
And I
appreciate
thought it
collaborative
was
events like this.
absolutely
Thanks, guys.
genius.
And also, if
I
you're
have
here,
to listen
please
to that
follow.
again. I don't
And if you'd like
remember.
to sub as well,
That was
feel
really-
free
that
to.
was a really
Thank
cool
you, guys.
cover there.
Glad you guys are here.
Yeah.
Glad you're enjoying it.
I'll have to go back and listen to the instrumentation.
Oh yeah, the music is good as fuck, especially underwater. Going on to the next one, I want about swimming. What about swimming, real quick? Have you all seen the dolphin dive for the Fontaine characters?
It's a
Yeah.
shame. Why
Watched
can't
you
anyone do that?
today.
I know
It's funny.
it's fucking bullshit. Okay, I don't
Pay
understand
to win.
how the
Actual pay to win.
No, I 1,000,000% agree. Why the fuck can Lene, a little pussy boy magician, do that? And Kokomi, a literal fucking mermaid,
Yep.
can't do it? Like, with hydro element of all things. Like, holy shit. Dude, Kokomi should be able to strap 2 jellyfish on her back and use them as a rocket jetpack. Like, but she's just like, oh.
Why
oh,
isn't the Wanderer using little engines as propellers?
I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know.
To be
Also-
honest, Kokumi
Oh
should be
my
able to
God.
walk on water infinitely. I don't know why she can only do that when she ults.
Yes!
Like, make her
Yeah.
walk on water infinitely.
It
It's not
should
gonna
be a
change anything.
passive.
Yep. Also, I did not realize how much I would hate Scaramouche when I played the game. I came back
Wow.
and he was just
Come
unlike
on.
it. Bro, oh my god, what a horrible, unlikable character. Like when I use him, I'm just like, oh my god, this guy fucking sucks.
That's
Like,
the point of the character, though. Okay, there's a
Wait,
difference
wait.
between like him
Honestly.
sucking and him
Oh,
sucking
hold
on
on.
purpose.
okay,
Wait, why?
if
'Cause
the
do you
point-
feel like
Hot
it's a
take.
gimmick?
no, he's just such a little bitch. Like, oh my god. Like even the way when you put him on the team and he's like, oh god, you really want me to do this? Oh, okay, whatever. Like, good
Yeah, I
god.
don't like
you
those
not
two,
think
yeah.
Farina's
Master-
gonna do the same thing?
No,
Yeah, he
because
just
when
thinks
Farina
Farina
does it,
is
it's charming.
Commander is not.
Wait,
Like,
this
no,
is
no,
biased.
no,
No,
or something.
when Farina does it, it's charming. When Scaramouche does it, I want to hit him. Okay, there's a big
Oh.
difference. It's like
Oh,
wait, okay, hold on. It's the whole thing.
Female
It's
good.
it's the point of the character. No. That's not what it is. It's like saying, oh, the point of going to Britain is to get stabbed. Okay, if I were to get stabbed, it would still fucking suck. Okay, Scaramouche. Oh my god, he's so awful, bro.
Like, isn't Farina just like
Don't
a
say it.
less adorable official? Like, they would be
No.
best
I don't know
friends.
why.
I mean,
I
They
find
would
Fischl
be.
a bit more annoying.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
also
why.
find Fischl a little bit more annoying.
no, because Fischl takes the piss. Fischl takes the piss, and she's like, "Oh, my
Like,
eternal
official is
retinue."
self-aware.
Like she talks in this goofy ass fucking
I love it
speak
so
bullshit. But trust me, I mean, I think she's a great character. But no,
Oh,
Farina's
yeah.
my bad. Scaramouche is a little bitch boy. Anyways, we all agree, right, guys? Okay, swimming. What do we?
We're pissed off like multiple fan bases.
That's getting clipped and
Hey,
taken out of context.
Ask me
later.
if I give a fuck. Oh, dude, I hate this whole thing where people say, oh, if you don't like a character, that's drama. Oh, what, is Scaramouche going to be angry at me? Okay, is Jing Yuan going to get angry at me because I called him mid? No, they don't
I have
care.
my takes on Hutao.
I think Jingyuan is a different discussion. I think-
Whenever you want to have it, let me know. I would love to talk about that, Code.
I think it's perfectly acceptable to not like a character, honestly.
Now, that being said, I mean, it was cool when I was like, oh, I love Farina. And then Twitter was like, oh my God, Tectone likes Farina? That's how you know she must be a good character. I was like, okay, dude, shut the
What?
fuck up. I get that all the... If I enjoy anything in this game, even a little bit, the comment is, oh my God, if Tectone enjoys it, it must be good. Because apparently I'm so fucking miserable. If I like anything, it must be like outrageously good. It's so funny. But yeah, how y'all feel about the swimming so far? I thought it was going to be
Swimming-
bad, but I'm very pleased. You want to talk about it, Alan?
Swimming is to be honest, I might be an outlier here.
Mhm.
It felt weird. I don't know what it was. It might just be going up and down.
It is.
It's
And-
very slightly sluggish.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
I
like a
get
delay,
motion
right?
sickness
Yeah.
from that.
I think the only thing that's weird about control about swimming is if you're trying to swim directly down and you hold W at the same time and you can never land it.
Oh.
There's
like-
a very slight
When
delay
you
on
want
the
to swim
turns.
down, you just
That's
have to hit
on
control
purpose.
only. Yeah.
Wait, are you playing right now?
I might not be playing the... Okay, never mind. Let me... Okay, no, I'm not playing Baldur's Gate, relax. I'm here 100%, it's okay.
Okay.
Not like
Yeah.
Tectone.
I don't know what it was. It was just like
He's gone.
and then the combat was also kind of I
It-
felt like I was
It's like
nerfed.
I think it's intended though. Like the combat underwater is because we've done the same exploration for like 4 regions. So this one is like, okay, this is new. You don't get to play your fucking character. You play a new mini game,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
was
But
the
it's-
point I think to like freshen up, right?
I think they wanted to nerf us, to be honest. I think they
Yeah,
just-
basically. It's like if you've been playing a game for a long time, like overworld content is like a walking simulator. And now
is,
it's Fontaine. It's still a walking simulator, but you're underwater, and everyone's the same.
Swimming
Makes sense.
simulator.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
you
yeah.
can. They put underwater in the game and took combat out, so that way you could listen to the music. Otherwise, everything would just end in 1 second, and you'd never be able to hear it.
Wait, what did they do?
Talking
I was
about
just saying-
underwater combat.
Yeah, so
yeah,
they,
they made
think
underwater
it's good?
combat hard, so that way you could listen to the music. Because otherwise, you would just insta kill everything in Overworld. You never
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah, I mean,
displayed.
I unironically, I have no issue. This might be a bad take. I don't know what you guys think at all. I actually enjoy the underwater combat. Like it is very simple. It's very straightforward, and I truly don't care. My new mindset for Genshin is I don't care about combat at all
Yeah,
anymore. I don't care
I
even
think that's
like I don't even care 1%. like at all.
I think you get to the point where you've experienced everything of the combat. Like you can't really go further from that.
Exactly. Like I love the exploration now. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the lore. Combat, I don't care because if I do care about it, I'm going to get depressed. So I don't give a fuck about it anymore. I don't. And I'm totally okay with that. That being said, Kazuha is the greatest character of all time, combat-wise. He's the best. If you
I agree.
Dude, if you haven't used a
OP.
C6
You go-
Kazuha, you haven't lived.
I
It is-
only have C1 and he's still the GOAT.
Does E1 have E, Alt, E?
Yes.
That's the best.
I love it. It's the best.
so good.
It's
so fucking
it
good.
feels so good. It's so satisfying.
It does.
Clearly,
Holy
you've
shit.
never played a good Yai Miko.
Yai Miko?
Oh,
Is she
Have you
actually
seen
that
a whale
crazy?
Yai?
I do
Uh,
love Yamiko.
If you get to the point where also C0 to C6, it's triple damage.
I have her at C6.
Yeah, so well, that's what I was talking about, like how my Genshin gameplay is the same with my Honkai Star Rail gameplay. I don't play the game anymore. I just E 3 times with Yai Miko, swap the D so she doesn't die, and that's it.
You actually use Dea?
Yeah, I have a triple crown D and Jin
Same.
and Candace and so on.
What don't you have, man? Go ahead. Tell
I have
everybody.
well
about it.
listen, I played most of I think like how I got popular in Genshin at the start is when I did the Jinyan solo Abyss thing, no? Like I played out a shitty character and I soloed clear the Abyss with them.
Is
so.
that how you got popular? I thought you just got popular because you're like smart.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I thought you were just a smart guy. And you were like, oh, this guy's smart. All right.
No, I
wasn't
just
it?
have basic reading comprehension. That's not smart.
Like,
because
sure,
people
sure.
don't read.
No, that's smarts.
Like, sure, Code obviously has an alcohol problem. Okay, we're all aware of that. But
Hey,
It's 'cause
I'm
he's-
fine now. It's been like I'm still new to the Genshin lore community.
yeah.
Oh no.
Right? I'm willing to learn about you guys.
That being
Oh, shit.
said, I do want to make a little side note. I do love how like open up like the Genshin Impact community is for the content creator space because there's new content creators popping up like all the time. Like I think Nikrit, I mean you've really you've really been growing the Genshin Impact space. It's been very cool.
I had to. I was forced here, all right?
Well, it's like for like if you make good content for Genshin, you will grow like 100%.
That's true. That's true.
I think some other names I've been noticing going around are Dordo44 and Bran Online. I've seen pop up recently who seem like great people. And that's been very, very, very nice to see. But yeah, it's been cool. There's kind of been like a shift in like the names that I would used to see. Because for Gacha games, it was always like the same names. Like it was like me, Fob, X-Lice, Code. And I would see those names all the time.
And Envy.
Envy was just Genshin. Before Genshin, he was doing Super Mario. But like back in the like the Arc Knights days, the day before Arc Knights, and probably like YDCB and Lakari. I mean, shit. Now even Aswin's playing Gacha. It's very nice.
Ari came back to Genshin recently. He dunked like a couple $1,000s again.
Did he?
I thought he did. I heard from Sai and stuff.
Oh, I need to go check on him. I need to make sure he's okay. He has a real problem, guys. If you guys can do me a favor, guys, don't watch the Lakari when he plays Gacha, guys. He has a mental illness and he really needs help. And when you guys encourage him, it's not good for him. And Kyuko is
Aw.
becoming very worried about him, guys. So just just support him when he plays Epic or well, not Epic 7, Street Fighter, guys. Sorry, Street Fighter. Thanks, guys. He's a weak man. Anyways, what are y'all's thoughts on the underwater combat? Or did y'all like it or no?
Oh, I think it's nice. It's comfy. Like it's a change of pace, obviously. And well, the crab is a little bit too OP, I guess.
The crab.
If you
Yeah,
take
the crab's
power
OP.
from the crab,
Really? I
it's
like the
The
mentoring.
boss?
Okay, well, you can do the crab with anything basically.
crab
You can hold the
power.
crab forever. Yeah, you hit them for like 60k and they both
Oh.
die.
Yeah.
Does it scale
It's
with
like a
anything, or is
parry
it just
mech-
flat number?
It's a flat number. It's like 55k, right? Like it was supposed to be a parry, but it's not. You can just hold your E until someone hits you and you release it and
Yep.
it one shots them.
Oh,
I wish it was timed. I wish it was time
It's-
sensitive.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
an
yeah.
infinite parry timer basically, so you can
Mhm.
just hold it. Also, if you play any fucking female character, you hold E and see their ass, right? So that's why people play it.
I know the sensor just goes away.
The sensor goes
Yeah, the
away.
sensor
Yeah.
goes away when you use the crab. So
Hold on,
there-
I have to
yeah.
actually try. You talked about a sensor. I didn't even notice it. Hold on, I'm gonna jump
Yeah,
into it right
the
now.
Yeah, I
water
didn't
sensor.
actually
Where
notice
you
that
did.
Quick
either.
kick
at
in
first.
chat.
Dude, yeah.
I'm sorry, you're
play
not
like
degenerates,
Yelan and
but
swim.
the rest of the community is.
It looks so bad. Like it actually looks so bad. I'm not a fan, man.
It's like actually
distracting.
distracting.
it is.
like-
It is. Yeah. It's. I don't know. I'm not that much of a cougar where I would just be playing a character looking at their butt the whole time. I don't do that.
Well,
Right.
the thing is, they don't even censor you like flying that much, right?
Oh
Like,
my god,
yeah.
what the?
Yeah.
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 Once you
Where's
see it,
the
you can't
sensor?
unsee it. It looks awful.
Why
No,
did you
grab a
show me
staff.
this?
I know. I know.
No, you
Ah,
can't
it's
unsee it.
awful.
You
Yep.
can't unsee it.
Now, I will also say, for the gameplay, like the solving puzzles in the comment. Yeah, go ahead.
They covered Deluxe ass as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well, if they
no,
only did girls,
That's
it'd
right.
be
Okay, that's
the
right.
obvious.
That's right.
So they have
Equality.
to do
Oh,
every
yeah.
character.
There
yeah.
will be war.
True, true.
Oh my god.
For the gameplay so far, I am having a little bit of an issue with the puzzles where, like, it seems like everybody in the entire world gets how to do them except for me. Like, the
Oh,
only
no,
reason...
that-
No. I have a very strong
not
thing that I want to
alone.
talk
Yes,
about.
talk about it. Get in there, man.
So during the trial,
Yep.
I was actually into the story, and I was actually like trying to crack the case, and I was having so much fun. And I always told people like, this is happening, and then this is what they need to figure out and stuff like that. And then it gave me the UI, and I knew what was going on, and I told my chat, what, this is probably what's going on. And then the game told me, all right, show us what you think is happening. And for the love of God, I could not use the UI properly. I didn't know on what I should click and what
Oh, yeah.
evidence to use to actually show the game what I'm trying to tell it. And I was
Uh,
losing my mind.
I think for that part it's also weird because on one of the clues you were supposed to do it like one orb earlier because like I don't know, like the orb
Yeah.
with the guy face on it, you can't click his item. You have to click the next one where the background is just the air or something. Like
Yes.
it doesn't
That
make
part
sense.
kind
but yeah.
of it kind of made me rage. Like I was
Yeah.
streaming, I just like you, I was paying attention. Like I was getting everything like in my head drilled in. It's like I've talked to you about it
Exactly.
multiple times, and
It's like
that
yeah,
part.
yeah. It's like one of the it's like case number 3 or something, right? Option number 3. Okay, so this is the guy's face. Will I put
Yep.
his item there or no?
Yes,
If I put his item there,
exactly.
it's wrong. Like what?
Yeah,
Exactly.
it was weird, but it was cool. The idea was really cool, but the execution was confusing.
Yeah,
I've
I
never-
ended
I
up
never
just
played-
trying everything.
Exactly. You can just click on everything, and if you don't care, just try
Your
everything.
actions
It's
have
gonna
no
work.
consequences in Genshin. It
Yep.
doesn't matter.
I'm-
Dialogue option.
I'm gonna be a contrarian real quick. I had no issue with that at all. I knew everything everything to do. I knew what went where. I got it. The problem that I had was I don't like when you fuck up. They're just like, nope, silly, try again.
Yeah,
I wish it was. I
Yeah,
wish
but,
it was like
obviously,
No
you
consequences.
make a fool out of yourself, right? Like
Yeah.
you make a
Yeah,
complete fool
but-
of yourself, and you say all this bullshit, and then somebody has to like save your ass, like oh god,
Yeah.
Paimon.
yeah. There's like
Yeah.
no repercussions or
God
any
forbid.
like yeah.
That's what the OM emote is for.
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%, 100%. Those are the repercussions. But the issue that I'm having with gameplay wise is like there's like these two little torches, and you have to touch one with like main character and the other one with Lynette. How
Oh,
the fuck was I
no.
ever supposed to know that?
No, wait. You were supposed to grab the purple orb around the map for the yellow one, and the yellow one for the purple one.
Yeah.
The main character in Lynette was just there for like a cheat code shortcut. So they're basically trying to sell Fontaine character as an easy way to complete puzzle, but you can complete any puzzle with just like the stuff around the area.
Wait.
You were supposed
so
to find stuff around the
Yeah.
area of the
I
puzzle.
haven't used the new
instead
ones yet. They actually like skip the main mechanic of the puzzle.
Yeah, so if you use a new Fontaine character, they have basically light and dark element that automatically completes certain puzzle for you. So it's like that's why people were modding. That's
Why?
theory
Okay.
crap.
Pay to win again!
Okay. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
made
pay to
it
win.
pay to win?
Wait, Kettle,
Yeah,
you're
they made
invisible.
it- Oh,
Yes,
Huh?
I'm invisible. I've activated my secret skill, but also my phone just died. I'm so sorry.
Oh no. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Sure.
but yeah.
Okay, that's
You weren't
weird.
supposed to use any of the main character or the other one. You can just complete all the puzzle with whichever character you want.
Okay.
Yeah,
It just
I-
takes
I-
like
yeah, that's how I
30
knew
more
that.
seconds.
Okay, I actually
Yeah.
have no idea about that. But all in all, I would like to just go around real quick, and I want y'all to give me two numbers, okay? Before we get into the real meat and potatoes of this podcast that I really want to talk about, I want to give you two numbers. The first number will be how you think of Fontaine's aesthetic. And yes, I do want you to compare it to other zones that we've already had. And I want you to tell me a number for 1 to 10 on how you think of the gameplay. So for me personally, I would give Fontaine's aesthetic a 9. I would give the gameplay a 6. Oofy, what would you give it?
We should also do a
I-
story, probably.
I give
after.
I
Yeah,
give the
alright.
aesthetic a 9.
Mm.
For one, it reminds me of Elysian Everlasting from Honkai, and also a little bit of Saint Freya at the same time. I love it so much, and the robots remind me of Vilvi, and there's so much stuff that looks like Honkai stuff, and I love it.
Are you sponsored by Honkai Impact Third?
No,
Okay, so this isn't like a bounty or something.
no, they don't know
Okay.
me.
okay.
But the gameplay, I don't really know.
Give it a number.
But I don't.
They didn't explore.
5 is
I didn't
average.
get to explore.
Okay, well, say
no.
it. Say it right now. I want you to commit to a number. Just say something.
But I am going off of assumption. I'm gonna say probably like a 6.
I think that's
Yeah.
a damn good pick. Necker, what do you think?
Yeah.
Aesthetics are 9. It's Grizzly Hills. Come on,
Yep.
it can't be better. Probably my favorite region actually, out of everything.
It might beat Nimizuna for me. I would say Sumeru is my least favorite. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
I
Inimizuna is
hate the
big
desert. Yuck.
Really?
I don't like the desert.
for me. Yeah, gameplay.
Empty, boring, and sand gets everywhere.
Mm.
Okay, it
but
gets a
then-
bit
You
boring
don't like
after a
more
while.
sand on your sand? What do you mean?
Yeah. Now I'll have a sand burger with sand. But yeah, the gameplay. Look, gameplay. It's Genshin.
You want me
It's
to-
at, like,
the
6,
thing I
7.
hate the most
6,
about
7, okay.
Sumeru is like they added the quality of life feature to see underground map after Sumeru ended.
They
So I'm like,
they did it
wow.
because of Star Rail. I'm pretty
Oh
sure
my
because
God,
that's
damn
where they
it.
got it from.
Okay.
Bro, Sorrow has more quality of life update in 3 months than Genshin did in 3 years. I
That
don't
is
know
true.
anymore.
Bro, they have Genshin's anniversary awards every update patch.
God, that's coming up soon. Every patch.
Dude, I'm gonna have so much content to cover when the anniversary awards come out. I can't wait, man. I cannot wait.
Oh no,
Oh,
Google
what a
Classroom is going to die again.
And you know what the worst? You know what the worst? Yeah, bro. Fucking Google Play Store's fucked. The best thing is that I know for a fucking fact Honkai Star Rail's anniversary is going to be giving us a free 5-star. On God, that's gonna be the best because they do that in Honkai Impact. Okay, they're gonna do it in Honkai Star Rail, and it is going to drive Genshin players mad. It is so funny. Kettle, what do you think about the visuals, and what do you think of the gameplay?
Yo, the visuals, honestly, 9.5. It's so pretty.
Mhm.
I think it's the prettiest region, like hands down. You cannot convince me that another region is nicer, honestly.
And then for
Also,
gameplay,
boom, I'm back.
welcome back.
Yes, hello. As for the gameplay, like a 6 or 7. Like, I feel like the underwater combat's okay, but I'm gonna get bored of it, honestly, in like a week or 2.
Yep, we all will. We will, and it'll become a chore,
Yeah.
and we'll hate it even
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
But right now, there's
Yep.
was it recency bias, so it is what it is. And there will probably be video after video about why Fontaine's underwater combat ruined the game. It'll come out and it'll probably say published by Tectone. But for right now, we're chilling. I do also want to say I mentioned how much I loved Fontaine's and I disliked Sumeru's. Do you like how Sumeru looks, Kettle?
Oh,
It's-
yeah, I like it actually. I do. But I think the desert got kind of boring after a while. Like, I was like so surprised. They kept releasing desert region after region. Like,
Mhm.
dude, it's just sad. I think, the first desert region was cool, but after that, it just kind of came boring.
Yeah. What did you
Personally.
think of the Aranyaka quest?
Oh, I haven't even finished it, dude. It's too long.
Neither
man.
has 99% of the player base. Okay, so now I get it. Now I get it. Okay, yo,
I
Island.
haven't done it.
Island, what do you think of the
Oh,
zone? What do you think of the gameplay, Island?
The zone is the best in the game.
Okay.
I say that because I don't know. I'm a little bit biased because I like the whole waterway thing, like almost like Venice and those kind of things. Even though it's kind of similar, but not exactly. But it kind of gave me that vibe. And like Goofy said, there's a bits of Honkai Impact Third feeling as well for sure. And then gameplay. To be honest, mid
Yeah, mid.
5.
Five. You can go lower if you want.
I'll give it a 5. That's
Okay.
respectable. Respectable because it's good. It's fun.
So,
But-
Island, do you just like hate Genshin Impact players, or what's going on here, man?
Dude,
Yeah.
Tectone, dude, why are you
Not
gonna
an
ask me this
immediate
question?
no.
Okay, I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
Oh my my god.
Fuck, dude. Okay.
Yeah.
You know I make theory videos.
Of course.
You watched some. I know you did.
I know,
because
they're
my
great.
chat was like,
They're very good.
"Oh, I can't make theory videos anymore.
Why?
Not because I don't love it.
Yeah.
People fucking spoil everything in the comments with leaks, and I avoid leaks,
Yeah.
and I had to like force myself to stop reading comments, which I hate. So I'm like, dude, if you guys need to stop. I made like a video like yesterday or the day before, and at the end I was like, guys, please, this is just like what I think. No leaks. First 3 comments, as soon as I click upload, 3 like leak comments. I'm just like, fuck you guys. I'm like, this is so hard.
No, what we gotta do is you just gotta read the leaks and then just act like you're super smart.
Dude, no, man.
And be like, yeah, I didn't look at any leaks and I still predicted this shit, brother. I'm telling you, Ting Yun comes out of Luocha's coffin. Oh my god. And then,
Yeah, you
and
just
then,
gotta pull a Farina.
yeah, and then Himiko comes out as well from Honkai and back third, and then her and Welt just start banging. It's crazy.
Dude, I don't have anything people looking at leaks. I don't care. Just don't tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You do
yeah,
your
yeah,
thing. I'll
yeah.
do my thing. Don't spoil shit for me. But like,
Yes.
that's the
Cool.
current state
100%.
that it's in, and it's a love-hate relationship. I would say for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. I'm sorry, man. You know what? We'll do.
You triggered me, bro.
That's
You triggered me.
I'll bring in Dr. K. We'll do a therapy session for Genshin Impact content creators because God knows we need it.
Please.
All right. Yo, Eeks. Thoughts on zone? Thoughts on combat?
Yeah, for the zone, I love it. I think I'm with everybody else, like a 9, maybe like a 10. I really like.
You
how
would
it
say
feels like a
10?
big city.
You would say 10. Think about it.
I mean,
What do
if
you
we're
think?
talking about just aesthetics,
Oh, yeah, but no. If you think it's absolutely perfect, I mean that would be cool. But if you,
I
I'm just
thought is maybe that's a little bit high. You know,
Okay,
sometimes it feels
okay.
empty, the NPCs or whatever. But no, I just love that it's like a city. It feels so different than every other
It does.
it does.
big city town zone in Inazuma. I mean, in like Teyvat. And I just appreciate that. And I'm like a big city guy. Like I like city living. So I thought it was really cool. And then
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and then for the gameplay experience, I'd say like a 6 or a 7. The underwater's fun, but it'll get old eventually. And then, but every gameplay gets when it comes to exploration is gonna get old. But I think he still did a good job. Like it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
Yeah, I will say there are some times when I'm walking around Fontaine above the surface, and I think I'm in Mondstadt again, and then I see like a floating ship, and I'm like, oh, bro, I love it here, dude. The floating ships, they're so much fun. I love the little tours they take you on. It's so much fun. Also, I need to talk about one more thing. Tell me to circle back about Visions, and then we'll talk about it, because I can't remember who it was. It might have been you, Kettle. It might have been just short that I watched yours this morning. Code, what do you think about the zone? What do you think about the combat?
Probably like an 8 for the zone and a 5 for the combat.
Cool.
I like the zone because there's like a cool place underwater where you have like 3 different colored water there. It's pretty nice. It's like good screenshot place.
Yeah, it's really, really, really fucking nice. Brax, what did you think about the zone and the combat?
Probably, yeah, I'd say probably 8 for the zone. Like Ufi and Island said, it reminds me of some of the better Honkai stuff out of Elysian Realm. I really like that. I like the aesthetic, and I honestly think the whole like the water boats thing, it was kind of weird at first. I was like, oh, okay, the city is actually like 3 different areas. But I think it's kind of cool and it's new, and like when you're walking around the city, it definitely feels more populated than a lot of the other stuff in Genshin, which is cool.
Yeah.
As far as the
I just had
gameplay,
like
like 6.
a random comment on my chat that's gonna make everyone hate Fontaine combat. You have to kill underwater enemies for like level up material for your character now. That's
No,
fucking
you do
tedious.
not.
They do
You
drop
do, right?
something, which means it's used for something.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you have to kill underwater enemy
No.
for like your level up material for Fontaine character in the future as well, which is gonna
Don't
make
tell me we're
everyone
gonna have
hate the
to-
underwater combat.
Hunt for like
3 out of 10.
specific drops underwater. I will
Yeah, you
cry.
have to kill like
I will
That's
specific
the breaking
underwater
point.
mobs.
Oh, man. man.
Some of them also drop on land, but a lot of them are underwater, right?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. The like little like.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're called, but I
that
know what
might
you're
be
talking about.
bad if you're forced to do that to farm, but I'm gonna hope that they're on land and sea. I'm going to hope, but we'll see. Because right now, I believe all mats for the current characters in Fontaine are currently all farmable above water. But I could be mistaken. I'll be real. I don't do the farming myself. Regardless, I have people for that. Regardless, I get the help to do that. So I do want to talk about something here, which is I noticed a common trend. And Sumeru and Kettle, if this is your short, please cut me off when I start talking about this. Sumeru users got their visions just by complete bullshit. Like Al Haytham was just reading a book and he got his vision. Dea was like, "Oh yeah, I want to be stronger," and then she just got a vision. So I am very curious. Do we currently know how any person in Fontaine has gotten their vision so far, or no?
I don't think that
No.
was my short, but it's probably in the character story. I haven't actually read it yet. Straight up, I have
Okay.
no
I don't.
idea.
Yeah, I
'Cause
thought you had to
Characters
have some sort of
getting
trauma
vision.
to get a vision.
No,
I thought
that's
it was
like
just
depending
ambition.
on the no, that depends on the element, right? Different element have like different similarity, right? Or of how
There's
they get the
a
vision, right?
I've heard
this is
Like
speculations of that.
yes,
yeah,
this is
yeah.
kind
That
of
would make
like
sense.
It's like long
copium.
speculation, right? But like well, the fact that Tectone said, well, you do get vision just randomly. Like Mona just got it randomly.
Hold
Like
on.
it was like an old
Yeah, it's
watch that
really
turned into a
odd.
vision.
Go ahead,
Is
Necro.
there not a single Fontaine character with a hydro vision?
You know, it was Mona. Mona was from Fontaine, but for some fucking reason, Fontaine pissed her off so much she left.
What
Like
if
she would
it's
be the best detective.
It's the
what if
underwater
that's
combat.
why child was
You can only go on
judged
water.
guilty?
Hydro
Because he
vision?
has a hydro vision?
Yeah,
don't
because
think
he's
so. I feel
because I mean all Fontaine people are sinners according to the region.
Uh-huh.
What if he's guilty because he's using hydrovision?
Oh.
I don't know. My brain was like, okay, so Fontaine has a lot of hydropower. People with high hydro sensitivity can talk to the one in the middle of the fountain, right? The giant ocean thingy, right?
Yeah.
So maybe when Tartaglia was using hydropower to hurt people on Fontaine, they got angry, so they just stopped letting him use hydropowers. I don't know.
True. The other thing is I'm confused why in the story quest, like obviously Mona left, they say that they don't understand when people like turn into water. Like how's that possible?
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, have you seen Mona's right click? Because like she does that shit constantly.
Yeah, I mean like dissolve.
Oh, that's
I
cheap.
feel like that was a
True.
cool plot point, right? Like I was
Yeah.
for sure. I thought the main killer was gonna like only commit murder in the rain and turn himself to water to go away or something. But
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
it
That
turned
shit
to
goes
something else.
hard as fuck. Like, and the best thing is like they doubled down. Like I thought all of the
Oh,
chicks
yeah.
were gonna be like, "Oh, I'm alive now. I'm safe." Nah, bro. They're like creepy ass ghosts who just like drown.
That
I love
the
it. Dude.
dialogue. It's like a horror movie almost.
So good.
Yeah, that was really
Yeah.
cool.
I guess
Yes.
like I rewatched. Well, when I was doing the story, I did some fucking nitpicky over analyzing for fun, and there was like 3 factors that I'm like, how the fuck does that work? And the explanation of that Hoyoverse gives you that just they can just do it. It's just magic.
Wait,
Yeah.
we had a small talk about this yesterday in the Discord.
Yeah.
I want to know what your thoughts were. Exactly what do you mean?
Okay, so should I just go for it now? Or
Yeah,
go for it.
Like, okay, the first one, you remember the Mondstadt thief? And she says that for some reason, she managed to steal 2 macaron from our table. First of all, the fucking table was hollowed and something under there. There's 2 bodyguards behind us. Third of all civilian has already been escorted out of the building. So the only way she's managed to steal the food is either she knocked out a guard, steal their uniform, and walk by us, or she has a cloak of invisibility. That's the first one, right?
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yes.
The second one is how the fuck did 2 kids manage to get permission to dig a tunnel in the most important building of Fontaine to do a magic trick?
Yeah,
And also
yeah.
they dig a hole to the main
Right.
area. Yeah, they also okay, they made a fucking air vent to the core of the building where the main machine is.
Look, it's Star Wars
How did
again.
they get how did they get permission for all of that and no one's supervising them? Or they can just, oh yeah, no, you want to
Okay.
build the place right here near the core? Yeah, sure, just fucking
And
go
no
ahead.
permits in the regional law.
This is not what I was
Yeah.
expecting, but holy shit.
Wait, hold on.
And-
Wait, let's pause this. Let's pause this real quick. Okay, we're done talking about the gameplay. Let's get into it. Let's talk about main story quest part 1. Let's talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, and let's start from the very beginning, okay? And also, Code and Kettle, do you have hand toggles or no?
Not that
No.
cool.
No, okay. Okay, if you have something to say, just start fucking wiggling. Okay, and if you're wiggling, then you go, and I'll be like, you have the stage. So if you ever need to, everybody else, if you ever want to cut in, just let's. This is probably gonna get really hectic really quick because I don't want to do this one at a time. I just want to say, if you have something to say, that's positive or negative, but just a very heated thing that you need to say, fucking go for it. All right, main story
I still have
quest
my
part
shirt.
1. Okay.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk.
Yeah,
about it.
when we get to that part, we get to that part. Okay, we start up, main story quest, okay? We see this beautiful reveal of Fontaine. We walk down, we see this mysterious girl. It's Lynette. We go talk. Okay, yeah, Code, go ahead.
Okay, so the first part of Fontaine feels like 10 fetch quests put together. I know they're trying to do world building, but it's kind of like all over the place. The only thing I like about it is the quality of life, where now, when you have a new quest, they teleport you to the location instead of trying to make you walk 2 minutes.
Yep.
And it takes you out of the
Yeah,
illusion,
even
right?
give you the
That's my
option.
only upside.
They even ask you like, do you want to do it now or do you want to wait? And if you wait, you just stand where you are. But if you agree that you want to continue, they just teleport you.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So I like
that's
the
very
quality of
powerful.
life, but I still feel like it's 10 fetch quests. And plus, I don't get to learn that much about the city anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
I thought the initial reveal of the waterfalls and the building was very beautiful. I thought that was a very nice, just very strong right off the bat. And you're just, this is all water. Necro, go ahead.
You missed out on the water ride, all right? You missed out on the ride.
I
That's, like,
know. I'll go back.
Such a,
don't
that
get
was
to
such
see
a
the
great
scenery.
one.
It was probably
It's
one
You
of
such a
the
jumped off
scenery.
the boat.
I will legit go back. I promise you. Okay. I'll immediately have this. I will watch the whole thing. Okay. I promise.
Well, all right.
All right. We meet Lynette. Okay. Very mysterious. We meet Lene. They talk. We communicate for a little bit. They touch Paimon's back. They put a little string which sets up for later. And then all of a sudden, fucking water archons there. Fucking Chlorins there. Guards. Huge. Ha 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 ha. So you've come to my city, huh? Wait, sorry. Go ahead, Code. Go ahead.
Right. This
Yeah.
is my. I think the Traveler is like Pikachu because every single time he goes to a new region, his level gets reset to 1. He forgets how to use all his elemental power, and no one in the world remember who he was. Like, I don't know
100%.
why. Because
Yeah.
like, I remember back in Sumeru, there was like a scene where the Traveler is, Nahida was in Catherine's body getting beat up by like a bunch of guards, and the Traveler just has a 15-second window where he just runs up there screaming with his sword without using any elemental power, and I get pissed off so much about that. I'm like, bro, do something.
Yeah, it's like Aang the Avatar, like resulting to like using like a gun. You know, he's like, bro, he controls fire, water, air, and fucking
He's
earth.
like, bro, use your
He-
ult.
Yeah, alt, bro.
That's the other thing, right? There's no way people of like people of Teyvat hasn't heard about what the fuck the Traveler has done. Because like every time they're like, we got you cornered, Traveler, and it's like 4 fucking treasure hoarders that died in like 5 seconds. It's like, what kind of... You can't corner some guy that beat up 4 dragons like that.
Yeah,
I-
it's like 3 NPCs that look the same.
I know.
3 NPCs.
Oh,
like
that
oh
shit,
yeah.
dude, the NPC shit takes me the fuck out of it, bro. If there's an NPC in the story quest that's important, make them look cool. Like Silver looked cool.
Yes.
Silver looked cool with Navi. as
I
bodyguard.
love Silver.
Yeah,
Yes.
they were
He's
great.
my favorite.
But like straight up,
Bro,
make
Sil-
them look different. It is
They have that.
it's so annoying to me.
They have that one manly model that looks like Markiplier, and he's in every region.
Oh yeah, that's
I also hate how like I mean let's for all intents and purposes like the Traveler is like Jesus Christ like on this planet. How the fuck like bro? I go out to any anime store and people are like, oh my god, Tectone, bro, Genshin Impact, I love that fucking game. There's no way that like Jesus can go to these places and be like, oh yeah, you're Jesus Christ, right? It's like no, these people have a way different
Come on,
reaction.
Traveler.
Like, oh yeah, you're the guy who saved the Earth 5 fucking times. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, people should be losing their shit the moment we go to any new zone. Like, there's no way. Like, these people don't have fucking phones. I swear to God, there's Diablo Immortal all over.
no,
again.
like
Like, yeah,
that's
go
the
ahead,
thing,
go
right?
ahead.
I get more pissed off about that because like they literally have newspaper in Fontaine, and I'm like,
They
what?
do.
Like they
What is it
do. So it's
reporting
like,
on?
Well, I mean, to be
wait,
fair,
the
some
Charlo
people
character
know.
literally made made papers for the Traveler specifically and their exploits, right?
Yep.
And no one in
Yeah.
Fontaine is like, what?
No, there were some who are like, you're the
Yeah,
goat.
yeah, I
we
recognize
know
you. And like I swear to God, when the Traveler walks in, there should be like a fucking adventure level threat or something. This guy kills dragons and
Yes.
gods, you know?
Well, I guess that's true because that's like almost like that's too much. That's
It's like-
way too much of a feat.
It's like
Yes.
I think the most recognized person on the entire planet right now, I believe it's The Rock. You know, it's like The Rock walking into a McDonald's. Like every single person would know who he was.
I
People
see
would be
what you're saying.
people would surround him immediately. So a little bit more
You've only seen The
recognizability
Rock
would be very
walk in
nice.
jungles, though.
But yeah, so that I thought the intro, besides talking to the random NPCs who just didn't know who we were for some reason until they were reminded by, I guess, the president of the country coming out and saying,
Dude, that I like
That interaction was so funny.
It
It was
was.
like one of the funniest things.
Yes.
I think my most hated character this entire story quest was the Traveler, because for some reason they just became like a massive hypocrite, if that makes sense.
It's true. Paimon is the better main character now.
Yeah, because like the fucking Traveler himself is like, what happened to him?
I don't like how you said that.
Oh, it is true though.
it's
It's
true.
like okay, let's go. Okay, so Tartaglia is an orphan, right? He also has a family, right? And Tartaglia, he's a Fatui, right?
Yep.
He unleashed a world-ending god in Leeway, and our Traveler is fine with that. And then
I hate
Lynette
that.
and Lenny, right? They're just two orphan kids that didn't
Right.
tell them that they're from Fatui, but they never did harm the Traveler at all, and the Traveler can't forgive them for that. For some reason, the Traveler right now hates every Fatui, even though throughout the entire Genshin storyline, the Traveler has heard a Fatui that's just trying to find food before, and then realize they're not evil and help them. Go
That's
to the
one thing I don't
chasm, help a
understand.
Fatui that was drowned, right? Like,
Can you somehow explain to me? Maybe I'm missing something. I'm still new to this. Why is the Traveler friends with Child?
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Why?
about, right? It's not only
Why?
Tartaglia.
It's so
The
weird.
Traveler is friends with a lot of other Fatui NPC, but like they're from like side quests, right? Unless none of those side quests were canon at all. But the Traveler does know Fatui aren't evil by default through all those story quests. And now suddenly in Fontaine, it's like, oh, you're Fatui, you lied, you're evil, fuck you, right? So it's like,
what,
no.
Child almost committed
Yeah, I
like
don't-
genocide. Nah, that's fine.
Bruh,
I
I
don't
was
know
so
if they're-
mad that we had to be
Yeah.
mean to Lenny. I was like, no, dude, I'm okay. I trust you, man. And then Levine's fucking like, nah, we can't talk ever. Fuck off. I'm like, what
like-
is wrong with you, Levine? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
The illusion of
don't-
choice as well, where it gives you two options that both say, yeah, we don't like you, Lene, was very, very, very
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
It's
my
like
gosh,
it's like the
yeah.
Traveler being mad that Lene and Lynette didn't tell them their true identity. It's like Traveler didn't tell people that their fucking sister or sibling caused like the Kanria shenanigan. Yeah, we
Oh
just
my
caused the world to
God.
fucking explode. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
Not my problem though. Yeah. So it's like
Hey,
that,
are we,
right?
are we assuming? 'Cause I don't know. I kind of mixed feelings. It's like, is the Traveler really friends with Child? Are we assuming that's
I
true?
would say yes,
Definitely
100%.
friendly
I
or
would say
turn.
yeah.
I think
They
so.
don't talk to Child.
Eh.
They don't even want to
Every
talk
time-
to Lenny.
There was even we were even like Inazuma with Jin Yen and stuff, right? They were literally on friendly terms. Because
I
like
mean, when we
well,
arrived in Fontaine, the Child was like, "Oh, it's you, Traveler. Ah, let's chat." And
yeah,
then
like
there were
that was the thing,
bandits.
right?
Yeah,
Even
they
if
were
it's like
cool.
frenemies, right? We're not immediately hostile to Tartaglia because like
Mhm.
I swear to God, the Traveler should have learned not every Fatui is fucking evil.
Maybe
and then
the
suddenly
point
now
is,
it's like
Yeah.
it's undo.
maybe the point is, I mean, I'm playing the devil's advocate here.
Please do.
Maybe the point is that
Lying
the
back.
Traveler Traveler just didn't like being lied to or being information gated from the.
Then he
I
would
don't
hate
know.
I
he
think
would have
that's
hated
why they were
Ayato,
mad.
Yai, Miko, and so on.
Or
then.
they were jealous.
Yeah, true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Then he would have.
Maybe it's their pet peeve.
I think what it is, I think the character is inconsistently written. That's what I think. Which, you know, that's
That too.
Fair enough.
my point.
Yeah.
That's what I think that it is. But they're getting better. They really are, because hopefully they'll get 10% of the Honkai Star Rail team to take over for the story, and maybe it'll be a
Yeah.
little bit more consistent. But that is okay. That being said, the introduction of Lene and Lynette I thought was fairly good. I thought the introduction of Clorinde and Farina was very, very, very good, and it made the zone feel important and different immediately.
Yes.
Would you agree with that? or
Like
would you disagree?
yeah, I think Clorinde introduction is like I remember the trailer,
Mm.
and I don't know. I think they do it on purpose, and they know they fucking do it because in the Fontaine trailer, you literally just see like Clorinde dies on like a 3-second shot. It's just her thigh and stalking on like a 3-second shot. I think that's how they're trying to sell her at this point.
They know what they're doing, man. Look
Alright.
at the button. Holy
Now,
shit.
Oofy, you
She
were
looks
the
like a
one
dark,
here.
like
Yeah,
Bloodborne.
her boobs are fighting for her life right now. So, Oofy, you
Yes.
did this story the most recently. So after we talked to them, I believe we go up to catch a criminal, right? We go to catch a criminal. We go up the elevator. We catch the criminal. Did that criminal have any impact on the story at all, or was it just we caught a criminal?
She was the one that
Wait,
disappeared in the box as well.
The thief.
Yep.
Tectone, did you
Yeah.
not?
That was her. That was her.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
that was her.
No, no, he's
She changed her
Okay.
clothes.
I
And that's why
just-
she-
I wanted-
Reload!
I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that was the same person. I just wanted to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, that was the same person.
Hal- yeah, her
Okay.
fake name was Halsey or whatever.
Yeah, she was like a Mondstadt thief. Right?
Yo,
Mhm.
how
Yeah,
many
she
of
was-
you?
yeah,
It's
she's
like,
from
I saw the
Mondstadt, which is
biggest
why she
meme. It's
didn't
like
dissolve.
weakest Mondstadt thief versus strongest Fontaine criminal. It was great.
Guys, it was
Because
literally a
somehow
bait
beat the
fucking
Fontaine
question
guy,
to
like,
see
one
if
shot.
they didn't
It was-
notice
it
you
was amazing.
fucking dumb shits.
Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. If I am, we can talk about it later. But how many of you actually figured it out like before the reveal of
Immediately.
that girl?
I was
Immediately.
sus of her.
Yeah, I was very sus.
Yeah.
Okay, but on a weird tangent, I was just so mad. It felt so cheap. They were like, "Oh, actually, she was hiding in the box all along." I'm like, "How did nobody find her?
Yes.
There were just
Yep.
a few boxes. Just open the lid. Why would you not check it? It's a freaking crime scene." I was kind of mad because it felt so cheap. It's like
Yes.
there's
She
no way
wasn't
in
in the
hell
box
I could
though,
have
right?
rationalized that.
The whole
Ah,
point was though that
happy.
she was like some kind of really like skill set, like high skill set thief. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
but like
get that.
I don't
still,
believe
though.
she has invisibility. Like when they try to explain
Did
her
you-
I
ability,
don't know
it's
how
like
she
she cannot
snagged
just
those.
disappear.
Did you see
Macaroni.
how the guards were investigating the area around them? Like, did you see how the
Oh, my
NPCs?
goodness.
Like when she disappeared and the guards were looking, there was no joke a NPC who was it was a guard and he was just fucking sitting there just.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
What are you looking at? And he was I
Just
just
staring
don't
at the
get it, bro. I
ground.
just don't get it. It was goofy as
Yes.
fuck.
Yeah, but like, well, we're talking about NBC. It's like what I said earlier, right? It's like how she stole macaron from us. That explanation is the most
Okay,
bullshit
that one was
ever.
weird.
Yeah,
That
no,
That
one
one
was
was weird, right?
Mm.
That one was weird, right? And then,
Okay,
I know other people noticed, right? Not just me, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, that's good because I thought I was crazy thinking there's no way she can stealth that.
Okay,
So-
for me to
Oh, that
answer
way.
to go off Island's question, it's like he asked, did anyone realize it was her at that moment? Dude, the thief girl is a basic copy, like
NPC,
copy
generic
NPC character model. And
That's
then
what got me.
the random person choose from the crowd in the thing is just what looks like a copy pasted like character model, like we see them all the time. So it's like to think like that's the same copy NPC model as the one that was the thief. Like
Yeah, that's what.
there's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
like
No, the
we're
thing is,
just
they even gave her a
conditioned to not
backstory.
care
remember?
about
She's
the
like
models and not
autistic.
recognize that they're characters. So I think no, there was pretty much legitimately no way. Unless you're like, yeah, I knew that was the same
This is-
NPC model. Like you're just
Yeah,
lying.
they
to
even
yourself.
changed her clothes too, because
They
she
changed
wasn't
her
wearing the
clothes
same
and, like,
clothes.
Yeah.
I
When
mean,
they,
the only reason why I found it suspicious is just because, like, I was just thinking they wouldn't put that thief section in for no reason. So it's probably related in some like
Yeah,
really weird way. But that's just
it's like
you
that
know,
gun
because-
theory. You know, if they show a gun in a movie, then it's definitely going to be used.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
100%.
Exactly. So I don't know, but yeah, the same character model just kind of spoils it.
Yeah, the moment there was a now we're going to choose a random member of the audience, I'm like, no, it's not. it's
They even try to
never-
do
Well, that one was
you know,
obvious. That one was
Like
obvious.
when you invite a random member in, they suddenly do like an introduction. Oh, she's a struggling artist that comes here to relax. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, like okay, that's not random. How do you know
okay,
her?
yeah, that's not random.
No,
being
they
said-
did. They knew that because they did a background research of her.
Yeah, of
Oh, true,
everyone
true.
in the theater, exactly, right?
That being
They
said,
did
I mean,
well, no,
background on
'cause-
everyone in
No,
the
no, no, no.
audience.
The point
Alright, can I
was.
malt now? I have one more thing I need to malt over. You know the guard that disappeared into water?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. The justice system of Fontaine is shit because after that guard disappeared into water, no one did a background check on him, who he talked to, and tried to discover who's the main guy. We
It's
could have
not
at least
about
signed a
justice.
hierarchy of command. This is my third thing that I got mouthing was at the story because it's like that could have been like a plot hole we discover. I honestly thought we're gonna go find the people that the guard got dissolved to, talk to, and try to find clues from there. But no, we fucking ran back home for some reason with 3 random people that I don't know. I'm like, okay, sure, okay. I guess another plot point. But yeah,
I
that's
think
my moment.
I think the severe issue with Genshin Impact of every NPC looking the same and us for some reason trying to it be established that we give a fuck about them, which will never happen. I don't care. There's over 70 characters in the game. We can use those 70 characters in the game to tell a story, my opinion. And the nitpicks. I feel like the opening was very good for Fontaine, but then the slow part started to happen soon thereafter, which was, I believe, there's a weird slow part where we talk to NPCs around the town, and then we get introduced to
Prophecy.
yes,
Yeah.
and then we get to a quicker part where Tartaglia comes out again. Yes, and
That part was sick.
Tartaglia beats the fuck out of some criminals because they're like, hey. He's like, okay, guys, hold the fuck on. I'm talking
That was
to
so
my
funny.
talking to my homie real quick, and he's like, hey, you better pay attention to me, or the boss
Wait.
is gonna make you swim with the fishes. And then Tartaglia's like, "Ah!" which was
Wait,
Yeah,
this
that
would
was
be
awesome.
I love
this would
that
be
part.
so lame. But what if the justice oratrice did him guilty because he didn't have a permit for a duel to like beat the crap out of those guys?
Oh
Well,
god.
I need there's a comment. I need to
That'd
comment
be
in my
so
chat. Quick.
lame.
That
There's
would
a
be very
comment-
I'll be
cheap.
so mad if that's the
Yeah.
case.
There's
I
a
want
comment in my
cool
chat real
reveal.
quick that I got to bring up real
I
quick.
like the,
It's a mobile game, and the game says it's already 100 gigabytes for PC. Why would they add more high quality assets for every NPC? The phone will go boom. That is complete fucking bullshit. Okay, the newest update was 32 fucking gigabytes. It would not really cost that much extra storage space to make 2 or 3 special NPC models that you use for the story quest. It would really
you seen
not be
Baldur's
that
Gate
big of a
3?
fucking deal, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
I
they
had to
add
re-download
more?
Genshin yesterday to do the quest, and it was 67 gigs
Yep.
on the PC.
Don't they
the
add
other-
more NPCs anyway? Like every like a year or so, so they could still do it. no
Yeah, they
problem.
and they
not.
should.
And they also like, can't you like uninstall old quests now? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, you can.
After you complete them, you just like get rid of them.
old quests, but like I think
That's a
those are
thing?
mainly for events or something, right? Or so.
Hmm,
Or because
I
like
don't know.
you can't just uninstall Mondstadt, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
It's the void.
They could
Yeah.
definitely do more to just like
I
clear
honestly
up
think that might
space.
be fun though. Like one day, like instead of going to a new region, we just see an old region destroyed or something, and it's like a new quest there.
Dude, I would love that.
That would
Just
be
like
cooler.
complete annihilation. and
Because
then
I
it's
thought
just,
Albedo
like,
was gonna
Finish
do
the
that
story
for
quest and
Mondstadt.
permanently change the world. That's gonna be fun.
Let's go
right? It just
Fortnite.
destroys the region.
Galactus comes down.
I'm waiting for Albedo to just like absolutely pulverize Mondstadt, and then it's just like everything is destroyed and on fire, and then we have. To
I still
fight
don't
that
know
guy.
who he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah.
new guy. I don't know.
The only thing you have to know is like I think Albedo main gimmick is that he knows everything, but he only tells you when you finish the story quest. Like that's his story.
Now, I
Yeah.
am curious. After the introduction of Tartaglia, it has hazed me. What exactly happens after the introduction of Tartaglia? Do you remember the exact timeline of the story?
What
Oh,
do you mean?
you're
Like
supposed to, like-
Fontaine? In Fontaine? Or
Yeah, in Fontaine, yes.
yeah,
After that,
so
we
he-
meet Fremine, and then they're like, "Oh, come for our performance," and we're like, "Oh, okay."
Right, Fremine. What did we all think of Fremine? Because I'm gonna be honest, not a single person. Yep, not a
looks like a
single person
robot.
mentioned Fremine at fucking all. I would
Was
probably
she?
say, awful character. My
oh, he's
humble
not out
opinion.
yet.
Which one is? I actually don't know. Which one is that?
Fremine is the
Third
little
sibling.
blonde,
The third
underwater.
sibling.
Short hair.
With the
boy.
robot
Diver.
penguin.
Oh, the diver.
Yeah, the diver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't know
he's a
why he was
robot.
there at all. That was like a 5-second introduction, but he's just there.
That's just a
No.
setup.
Maybe he'll
Yeah,
be.
that's just a setup.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
that
he'll
was
be
a fun
around there.
setup though, because we sat in the rain for like 2 hours, right? In the story quest there, we just sat
Yeah,
outside.
it
in the rain.
rained.
Yeah, that was so
it
funny.
rained. It rained and it just stayed there.
And why was it okay, Necker? You brought that up. Why is it important that it rained there? Do you think?
Because in that scene specifically, I believe it was Fremine who mentioned that it could be that there is a theory or that they believe that it
Yeah.
rains
Hydro
when the
dragons
Hydro
don't
dragon
cry.
dies.
Mhm.
Come
Yes,
back
That-
another
like
day.
that is the scene that established it.
So here's the other thing, okay? For when the Hydro Dragon cries, it rains, right? I
Yeah.
think it's actually just when he's sad. I don't think it's
Yeah.
when he actually cries.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah,
yeah.
they don't have the tag for tears. Actually, no, they,
They
do have
they
the
do.
tag.
They do.
do.
Nahida
They
has
had the
cried and
tears.
Navia has cried.
Mhm.
Dude, like they milk the shit out every time, right? When they introduce the feature where you can point your finger, every other story quest is pointing their finger, and now it's
Yep.
crying. I bet the next 5 story quests they're gonna cry.
Oh,
Like
for
they're gonna
sure.
abuse this
Gonna
feature.
cry.
Yep. Because I am
New
looking
feature
forward.
added.
Looking forward where it's Nervulette, and all of a sudden, like the big reveal of him becoming the dragon as being, it's because it's gonna happen. There's no way it's not gonna happen. If it doesn't happen, Jesus Christ, Holy Universe, what are you doing? and he starts tearing up. And then the clouds come in, and then it starts fucking raining, and then he elevates to getting fucking furious. Because I think his emotions control the weather in Fontaine. I think it's more than just rain. And I think he's gonna get like
he's the
fucking.
reason for the prophecy?
Oh yeah, of course.
The water's rising.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna be controlled by his emotions.
Because he's a crybaby and
Yeah, he just cries and cries.
No, it's gonna be like Mob Psycho 100. Right, and he's gonna hit 100. He's gonna unleash all of his emotions. He's gonna stop being stoic. He's gonna get fucking furious, and then like fucking storm clouds, twisters going on, and like he's gonna start levitating. Rips off his fucking shirt, turns into a fucking dragon, eats Paimon. Holy fuck, it's gonna be sick, dude. Jesus Christ. But yeah. I think talking about the stories in chronological order is going to take it's a little bit too long. So I think I would rather just talk about the highs and lows of the quest, your favorite parts and your least favorite parts, and why. I think this story dragged for about 20%, and then I think it was very good for 80%, is what I would give. Obviously, I could do without talking to random members and all that stuff. That's fine. The stuff with Freminette, I didn't really give a fuck about. But I felt like playing Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and doing the little Phoenix Wright shit where you find all the clues, you convict the criminals. All that shit is very, very, very good. I'm going to make a video on this, so my opinion doesn't matter, but I would like to hear y'all's opinions. What were the highs and lows of this quest, and what would you rate it out of 10? And I would like to start with Oofy, and we can just go on out.
Okay.
I really like the part about the dissolving people like getting dissolved and then them turning into like one single consciousness entity, very much like Project Stigma. I'm just screaming about Honkai Third again, so
You do that.
that's really the reference.
Yeah.
Right, the collective consciousness, that thing in Project Stigma. Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
And then
that
also,
was cool.
while we're doing this, you can echo other people's thoughts, but if you can, try to just say, like, if somebody's already said they don't like this, try to just be like, yeah, that, but also this, and just try to think of something new so we can get a lot of fucking thoughts here. It's what I'm really
And
hoping.
then like on top of the like the people coming together as one consciousness, then the whole ideas becoming like real tangible physical things in reality just from like belief, like the more belief and the more, I don't know, backing it has, the more like then it will become real. That was very much like Honkai 2. So
Jesus Christ, bro. Hashtag sponsored. How would you rate it how would you rate it from 1 to 10, Uvi?
the like whole quest,
Yeah, for
or
part
just like
one.
the first part?
For part 1, yeah, for part 1.
Not as high as the second part, that's for sure.
You
But
prefer
I
the
would
second
say
part?
like the end, like all of the stuff.
Okay, that's
Wait, you
wild.
prefer the first part?
We'll have to. Yeah, it was way better. Like it wasn't even.
Really? Yeah, I like the
No.
second part better.
Okay, we'll
Like part
get into
two.
that. We'll get into that. We'll talk about the first part, the second part, and then we'll talk about why we liked which one more than that. But yeah, and what did you not like for the first part? If there's something that you think Holyverse can improve upon.
It just felt a little dragged out, and then the and I couldn't figure out the you know the trial part. I thought I had it because I was like really getting the story down, and then I would click the thing, and then it was like no. And I'm
Yep,
like,
I know exactly
"Alright,
what
well,
you mean.
okay, I'll just click them all then.
All right, so,
So that may be why I didn't like it. as
make your
much.
simple children's game even more simple. That way, boomers like Oofy cannot mess up with the wrong button. All right,
Yes.
Necro, what do you like and what do you don't like?
Are we rating only the first part?
Yeah,
Right.
just first part.
9 out of 10.
Yep.
Very good. Bro, my second favorite quest in the entirety of Genshin.
What's your first favorite?
The second part.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into that. Yeah,
Okay, everyone seems to be agreeing. Okay, so everyone's like
Yeah.
in Tectone again.
Yeah, because
As it always is.
Everyone always. Yeah, there we go.
The only thing I'm trying to think if there's something I didn't like. I just liked it all. Even the dumb things that were boring. It was a good setup because usually
Mods
in Genshin,
poll.
when there is a
Did
part
players like
that you
Act 1 or
don't
Act
like,
2
it's
more?
because that
And then
part
tell me the
actually does not
percentages
matter
after
for
it's
the story.
after a 1 minute poll.
And it's kind of like a setup for something else. It's usually like a setup for like, here's your little setup. You're gonna explore it in a side quest or in a character quest. And like when a bad part of the story comes, that's what it usually is. It's a setup for something that you don't necessarily care about. Here, every setup was actually meaningful for the story that you were exploring at that time. And it was a great change. Everything mattered. It was great. The only reason why it's 9 out of 10 is because the UI sucks.
Yeah.
Yes,
The minigame,
UI,
the
oh my
minigame of
goodness.
solving it. Actually, I knew what the problem was. I didn't know how to tell the game
We can know all the
how I
answers.
figured it
right
out.
now.
Yeah,
Are
I
you
wish
sure
they
you're
had
not
like a
just
different
camping?
way for us to explain
I
what
feel
happened.
that part could have been done better. Like I've played like Danganronpa, and I think that was done like I've seen it being done well in other games,
how
and
they
it was
should've
not
did it.
done well in this game.
Yeah, I wonder why I had
Personally.
no problem with it. I don't know. Maybe it's a skill issue. All right, Kettle, you can go next.
For me, the highlight was really just the twist after twist. Like it just kept twisting and turning nonstop. And honestly, the fact that I just feel like Genshin just got a lot darker this quest. It like felt
Yep.
a lot more real. Like you know, from the first like death on screen, I was so shocked. And then when the guy turned to water, I was shocked again.
Dude,
And then
Yep.
the
it's
freaking
this guy. It's so
Daddy
cool, dude.
Harukido part, like
Yeah.
with like the whole Lynette disturbing isekai shitty plot thing. You know what I mean? Like the weird like selling the girl off to like rich nobles
Yep.
trope.
That
I
was
was
crazy.
I was so shocked, dude. Oh my goodness. And I felt so bad because earlier in that stream we were making fun of how Lynette's JP voice for Heavy Hit Taken sounds very suspicious. And I thought that she actually got like assaulted or something. And I was like, oh my god, that's gonna make it so fucked up. And I was so worried. So I was so relieved when like they were like, oh, Arlecchino saved the day. And I was like, holy shit, that almost went so dark.
Yep.
Like they almost made something super bad happen to a Genshin character. Like a playable one, and that's quite wild.
Yeah,
Hello.
go.
I-
way, but
Yeah, I'm hoping Lynette's Lynette's story quest or companion quest comes out where it actually truly like go into what happened, because like you really
Yes.
can't just say they were and please correct me if I'm wrong. Like it was a child trafficking like
Yeah.
sex ring.
He like straight up sold her.
Yes, like that is fucking.
I don't
brutal.
even think he sold her. He just gave her away.
Yes, because
Yeah.
the guy was just like, oh yeah, I like the girl, and then he's like, oh okay.
Yeah, he's okay. Here, you can have her because you're like rich.
Ugh.
Yeah,
The whole thing was.
I-
I was so shocked.
I feel like Arlecchino is gonna really step up the game for like how fucking dope Genshin.
He kind of
characters can be.
reminds me of Raven from Honkai Third.
God,
We both have orphanage, right?
Guys,
think
if you
you
download
get-
Honkai Impact Third with a Honkai Impact /UFI, you will get 500 free currency in the game. It'll be so cool. Also, Raven is Natasha from Honkai Star Rail, so it's different.
Yeah. Well,
You know-
Eileen actually got to go to the concert in LA.
That's
Right.
sick. Also,
Did you get that cut out back home safe?
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Show us. Or at least
Oh, what a
yo.
cool Honkai Impact Third. I cut
It's
out. Where can I get one of those?
you
I-
can't. You're not
I
allowed.
just asked and they said yes, but I didn't really realize how annoying it was to take it back home through flights and stuff.
Yeah.
At
How
least
did
it
you
wasn't
do
the
that?
Cinti. The Cinti one looked way worse to travel with.
Yeah, I had to pay
Oh.
like $300 for oversized shipping on the airport, and that was ridiculous.
We're gonna do a Honkai Impact Third episode. That way you can just shut your fucking mouth. Okay, once you get it all out of your system, dude. Jesus Christ. A hot take. Arlecchino reminds me of Shia LaBeouf, but that's just me. None. Nobody here. Nobody gets that. Okay, that is rough.
You.
You've never.
I never saw the original take, but I've heard you say this.
You've never
times
seen
by
Cannibal Shia LaBeouf music video?
No.
Oh my god.
Do you see it now, dude? Do you see it now? Is it not crazy? I'll tell you, go watch the music video for Shia LaBeouf as a cannibal, right? And then rewatch Arlecchino's trailer. It is the same trailer. It is the same trailer. It is.
She really looks like Dark Phoenix, or not Dark Phoenix, Fuhua. That's
Yeah.
Oh, from
there's a
Honkai
is
Impact
it
Third?
Phoenix? Yeah, I think it is
Yeah.
Phoenix. Yeah, just like the dark version.
From Honkai Impact Third? Okay. Kettle, do you have anything else to say about the story? Or sorry, I'm not sure if we cut you off or something.
No, not that I can think of right now.
All right, cool. Island, let me know, man. Get it off your chest. What were the highs and lows of the main story quest part 1?
There's a very, very cool. How do I explain this? So, the highest point, it was actually the most depressing point for me. And because the story writing was done that way, I think it piggybacks off of Necrit's point and Kettle's point, where there's a lot of points where they build up on purpose and kind of leave you hanging. But then there's one build up that I thought was very suspicious, and I hope I hope I'm wrong. The whole point of the Arlecchino point, that whole section where they're describing the heart, what is it, the House of Hearth and the Arlecchino, dude, I almost went to depression mode because there was one moment where it's so surprising and suspicious where they said, hey, Lenny said it's a problem now because the dissolving water is a real thing and this might be bad for Fontanians. And then right after that dialogue, he also says, oh, by the way, Arlecchino's a Fontanian. And that moment kind of registered in my head, like, so you're telling me there's a possible way that Arlecchino's gonna die?
No.
And I was
way.
so mad. No,
Yeah.
dude, I'm so mad if that happens.
I kind of hope that she's gonna die because I don't want every playable villain, because I assume she's gonna be playable. Because I don't want us to like become friends with every villain just because they are playable. Because that's what
Yeah, I
they are
want an
doing.
evil
I see
playable
what you're
character.
saying.
Because
let
every
me-
time
the character
every
a
time they
banner
want to
and
give
then
you
throw
a
them
villain
after.
as a playable character, they have to make them a friend with the Traveler for some reason. I would be happy if she just died and she's playable anyway.
Yeah,
If
like,
she
exactly,
died
like,
but
just-
playable, I don't mind. I just want her
Yeah.
to be playable. You know what I
Just make
mean?
her a
Yeah,
character
yep.
on the banner and then kill her so you can double up on a good story and money.
Mm.
And
There you
people
go.
that called her will get memed on.
Yes.
But that's why that point, I thought, if that's true, and a lot of other the biggest point from Act 1 that I felt really cool about it was just the points that they added to build up for something else, even if it, like, it kind of goes against what you said, Tectone, but it's more like the build up, the slow points, I felt like some of them were necessary for something
Of course.
that we don't know yet. So I'm more like, I'm hoping these are used in good ways. That's why I thought it was pretty good that they're planning these things. I liked it, but hopefully they use it well. These plot devices that they're planning. If not, then I'll be very sad.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love slow points when I feel like they're necessary. But a lot of the dialogue
Yeah,
options, they
yeah.
kind of just like, they're saying things a little bit longer than they need to because they need to like hit like a word count for like their English essay report. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
that's
make this
annoying.
one sentence 300 words. And Paimon says, well, let me tell you, did you ever do the Inazuma quest where it was like the Amatormo blacksmith? Did you ever do that one?
Yeah. That was long.
Yeah,
It
there was
very
this
long.
exchange between two blacksmiths with just about the most ridiculous amount of dialogue bloat I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. It's not so much in my mind. It's not so much that I'm a Mona blacksmith. Holy fuck. I don't mind slow points. I just don't want to feel like those slow points are a waste of time. But there were a lot of slow
I
points in this
agree.
quest that were, obviously for a point, of course.
Yeah, as long as they do it snappy and like it makes sense, it comes around full circle and it's cool, then I'm all for it. If it does drag on like that, it's annoying for sure.
Yeah.
But that was one of the coolest things that I felt. Is like I really hope they use these plot device as well. The worst part for part 1. Oh, I didn't realize that the code said it. The stupid Makaros. I'm like, what the fuck? What is the deal with that shit? Now I'm like second guessing, dude. Originally, I gave the first part 10 out of 10, but now you're giving me like, oh shit, I gotta lower this number down for a
Yeah,
second.
but I'm just trying to like nitpick the small details that doesn't make sense. So like if you ignore it, it's great. No.
Yes. It's
Yes.
good if you ignore it.
Yes. But yeah, those
Just-
are my
just-
good and
just-
bad.
Let's chalk it up to they can just do it.
Yo,
Sure.
Eeks, hit me with it.
Just like everyone else, I thought it was very good. I had a super good time with it. Kept me engaged pretty much. Like once you enter the theater, and you can't leave for 3 hours. I was pretty engaged for the 3 hours, I have to admit. So that was a lot of fun. And then I agree with everyone else with like the UI of the case solving. Not so much the UI, but just like it didn't feel like it was the correct thing every time. It was like one over or like whatever. Maybe it was like just how they worded it or whatever. But I thought it was great. One thing I want to say was like, I know we're a lot of Fossilor's fans here in the chat. I thought she was pretty compelling for the story in how she's like a joke character almost. Like she wasn't involved in anything plot related almost. Like not the water dissolving, not the previous murder of Navia's dad or whatever, of the missing cases. Like, it just makes me think. I'm excited to see what they actually do with her, because we didn't really get much at all, which was cool because we got more of the other characters. Like the reason we like Nouvelle is because of how much they gave of him. That could have been Fossilor's, right? But I think it intrigues me as to why she's gonna be important, how she's gonna become more important, I guess.
Wait,
So
when
I thought that
you
was
say
cool.
you're saying Fossilor?
Yeah, that's how they pronounce it.
Who's that? I'm confused.
Furina.
Like,
Archon.
all
Oh,
the English
Farina.
VAs.
Farina. Oh,
This
they
is
have
the Archon name.
didn't
like,
realize she had a
Morak
fucking
or something.
nickname. Okay, I didn't realize. So is that like Zhongli and like Borax or some shit?
Yeah.
Borax.
Okay, yeah. Sorry,
I
Lorax,
haven't-
King of the Trees.
I haven't adopted the Farina talk yet.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That's her demon name. Okay, I didn't even fucking know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like my low point or my least favorite part, I mean, it has to be the second we find out Linny and Lynette are Fatus.
Yeah.
Fatui. That's it. Lumine's like, you disgusting pig, slob, shit human being. And then like, child, what's good, homie?
Yeah.
Like, it's like actually a joke. It's like my favorite literal Fatui harbinger, like the guy
Yeah.
on the
That's my
Exactly.
motherfucking boy, dude.
We were literally talking to him earlier.
And then
Oh my god.
it was like, it's legitimately comical. Like, I see a lot of people trying to defend but they don't actually like child. They just they're just on good terms. Like, bro, what are you talking about? It doesn't make sense. Lumine should not like child, and then how she treated them was like
But
actually a
he's
joke,
Mr.
Yeah.
Worldwide, bro. Like, bro, free my mans. He is still in jail, and you're bad mouthing him, bro. That is insane.
Anyone worried about child death flags? Bro, I'm
been
worried that his
praying for
vision
it.
is in a fucking backpack and it's a 5-star item.
Yep.
I think he's gonna die.
This
Oh,
guy's had death flags since the beginning of the game. It just
yes.
hasn't happened for some reason.
Yes. I'm worried. I used to be a child simp. Okay, wait, that sounds weird. I used to be a
Yo,
Tartaglia simp.
jeez, I didn't even think of that, bro. Jesus Christ.
Yo,
Good save. Good save. Good save.
That was quick. That was quick.
You
Yeah.
gotta chat. Come on, please.
Yep. Anyways, code. Wait, sorry,
Anyway.
Eeks, 1 to 10. What do you think?
Act
Oh, 1
one?
out of 10?
Yeah, 1
like one of my favorites, honestly. Like, let's go 9.
All right, cool. Yo, code. Hit me with it. Yeah, and you have all the time you need, code.
Oh shit, I think I like I'll put it like a 7 out of 10. My favorite part is when Tartaglia vision malfunction because it kept me there like, okay, I want to know why that happened, and now they're gonna keep me on like standby for the next 60 days until the next patch comes out.
Yeah.
Like, I want to know why the fuck the vision malfunction. I think that's the most interesting part here. It's like, if they can figure that out and maybe like a faction can figure, okay, so we can just make all vision holder vision malfunction or something, that's gonna be OP, right?
Yep.
But yeah. Or they can do a lot with how vision malfunction. I just want them to do it well, because it's like the main source of power that every important character is relying on, and if it can be, manipulated in a way where it doesn't work or it got stronger, then that just changed the entire battlefield war they're having on Teyvat, right?
Yeah.
that's not the first time we've seen that too. Because during Inazuma, when we're fighting Raiden, she deactivates basically like our vision.
Yeah.
It says the vision hunt decrees in effect, and we can't use skills or bursts or anything unless we're traveling.
Yeah.
I think he's
Like,
gonna be
it's
tied to the justice machine, and that's why
Yeah.
he's guilty. I think.
Oh
the
yeah, they
reason
never
why he's guilty
explained why
and
the
vision
Justice
is
Machine
like-
has a voice as well, right? Like when Lene or
Oh yeah, it
Lynette
has
went through
consciousness
the-
apparently.
Yeah, it has a voice, right? It spoke
Yeah.
back. I'm like, okay, explain that.
Yep.
It's like, okay, then this is what. Okay, I'm molding again. Hey, when someone built that fucking tunnel to the core of the machine, did no one hear the voice, and it just heard the voice this one time? Oh, in the middle of this performance, it's just plot holes. I'll just leave it there. It's
The
fine.
machine is the
But as long as you don't have to leave it there and you can say whatever you want, code. So if you ever.
What was the third point, by the way? Earlier.
The guy
you
that
said-
dissolved, the guard that dissolved, after the guard dissolved, the entire justice system of Fontaine never did any look up on him, try to find
Yep,
who
no
he
one
works
checks
for,
him.
who
Oh,
he
okay.
talked to, or at least in my thought was like, okay, the second part of the storyline is we're gonna investigate who's affiliated with that guard that dissolved into water. But no, we just went to a completely different area with 3 new NPC. So I was honestly assuming we're gonna like go for 2 murder cases in a row, but
You
we
you
just disappear.
you convinced me. It was 10. Now it's a 9 for me.
I
Felix?
have one quick thing.
Yeah.
Have they ever explained how you can remotely like dump the water on somebody? Like
I'm
like
assuming
how
he's
did he
like a
dissolve in
pill.
water?
Well, I'm
it's a
assuming he's
remote
like a pill
kill.
or something with the water, and the other guy just
Yeah.
press a button to dissolve.
yeah,
Because like
yeah.
he also puts the fucking water in the drink that Navia was going to drink, right?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
so is that restaurant gonna get investigated now as well, or are we just gonna forget about it too? So I guess we're just forgetting about it too. That she almost
Forget
died.
about
right?
everything,
the
bro.
other, no,
Yeah,
I
she's
remember that 100%, but I also just, I think it's important for later stories. I think that's going to come into play. I think the fact that Lumine and Paimon drunk the fucking water, I think something's gonna happen with that. I don't think they would just leave it and say, oh well, it didn't do anything. I think something's gonna happen for sure. I just don't know what yet.
They did. It did. The reason what happened was because they drank it, they heard the voice and the hallucination of the
Yeah, yeah.
ocean.
Was that
She gets
because
higher.
was that
Higher
because
hydro, yeah.
was that because they drank the water, or was it just because they were
Yeah.
more into with hydro element?
Yeah,
No,
because
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 they
Yeah.
drank the
drinking
water, it
made
increased
them.
their hydro
Yeah.
affinity. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're not Fontanian, so
I mean, like by
Yeah, they
that
won't
means it's
dissolve.
yeah. So like the Fontaine people is probably full hydro or something, right?
Interesting.
Well, what I'm wondering is how is there like all these Fontaines are so in tune with hydro, but it's like
Yeah.
why is there like almost no hydro users? I do not get that at all.
Yeah, that's weird. That is weird.
It makes
I
no
was
sense
thinking
They
to me.
about
don't all
that.
have vision.
You mean in
Yeah,
Fontaine?
I mean, not
Yeah.
everyone has like hydro vision. I mean, like, wasn't like
That's-
Mona learn how to use hydromancy before she gets her vision? So like magic kind of exists, or am I tripping?
That's what I mean.
I'm not sure.
That's what I said before. I think it's because I mean the prophecy is that all Fontanians are sinners and and they are gonna dissolve for their sins and stuff like that. Which makes me think that what I believe is a wild theory. It could be something like the people of Fontaine were created by the original Hydro Archon. They are just people from water and they had some purpose, but they kind of like broke free. They started doing whatever, and they like started like that's their sin. Like they are being
Yeah,
humans
or-
and they are being like evil in some way. And now the reason why they are dissolving is because the Hydro Archon or whatever the original power is, it wants like them to return back to their primordial form. That's what
Yeah.
I think it could be.
There-
So that's why you can't see any hydro powers, and that's why I think Child is guilty using hydro power in Fontaine, or at least wielding a vision, even though you don't have it, it malfunctioned. But it like maybe he's guilty because he was a hydro user there.
Yeah.
I mean,
A wild
I just-
theory.
are you noticing the similarities between the Bible and the Fontaine Story Quest?
The arc.
Never read it.
Oh, dude, I've read it like
Uh,
8 fucking times. Like, there is so many fucking similarities between, like, Jesus dying for sins and the story of Fontaine. It's actually very interesting. There was another similarity that I was drawing when I was doing the West. I can't remember it now, but there's a lot of, like, I guess, parallels that you can draw. So I actually feel like someone might have to die for the sins of whatever the sin is for Fontaine. I do think someone might have to die for that. I'm just not sure
Oh
who.
my goodness. I never knew about this actually. This is my first time hearing about it. Like the only I guess parallel I could draw is the whole idea that we're all sinners, so we're all gonna, get the big flood and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I did not think of Jesus and the sacrifice or whatever.
Yeah, it's
That's
It kind
pretty
of
wild.
reminds me of Evangelion. I'm not gonna say Honkai Third. Um,
It's heavily inspired by.
Here-
it
Character
does
development.
remind me of the like human instrumentality project where it's like the waters are gonna raise and then everyone's gonna be one single consciousness eventually. Which never mind.
Mm.
A lot of the stories in Fontaine, it does have a lot of aspects of Bible, Gnosticism, those kind of things. But I think the biggest thing that relates them all together is the concept of duality. They hint a lot at this with like life and death. You know how some Fontaine characters they can heal, but they can also like get hurt. They harm themselves.
Yep.
That's also like a part of the life and death duality, and also right and wrong, which is attached to judgment for the Fontaine as well. But a lot of the things are quote unquote good and bad, but we know inherently that Genshin Impact there's no such thing as good and bad. Everything is very gray and depends on your perception, right?
Oh, so the reason why the Fontaine people has a sin is tied to one of the world quests. If you do the entire thing, it
The
kind of
2 hour one?
explains it.
Is that
Yeah.
currently available
Oh,
in the game?
yeah.
I think all three of the side quests are kind of linked to an extent, and they kind of hint or explain it. So it's a
But
world quest,
and
but
that
not
exists.
main quest.
That's in the game right now.
It's in the game, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I was supposed to do that after this actually.
Ooh.
I'm
I was
super
gonna do it
excited.
like
that's
tomorrow.
like 10
Yeah.
times
Okay.
longer than the main quest. Like, yeah.
Dude, yeah, there's a quest where I've started where I talked to a cute little Oceanid guy, and I'm excited to do that one. But yeah, if there's a quest that explains why Fontanians are like sinners, I would love to fucking know what that is.
Yeah.
I also
Yes.
hope when the Judgment Day happens, which I'm assuming is going to happen, all the water turns red. That would be fucking nuts.
Ew.
And
Oh,
if-
that'd be so cool.
yeah.
Oh, bro, fucking blood shift would be nuts. Let's keep it going because I want to
Okay,
get Code out
maybe-
here because he's gonna have a health violation very soon. What were you saying, Cody? Wrap what you were gonna say, and we're gonna go over to Brax.
Oh, wait, my brain. What was it? Huh?
Okay, what
Wait,
was
what?
you gave it a 7, right?
Yeah, I gave it a 7. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yo, Brax, highs and lows of Fontaine Story Quest Act 1.
All right. I'll try to make it quick. So
You don't have to. Take your time. You're
all
all good.
right. So I mean, okay, this is gonna be like, I don't know if everyone's gonna agree with this, but for me, it was really nice to have an intro to a quest not drag out for like 40 years.
Yes.
That was
Oh,
like
my
it just threw you right into it. Like right at the start,
Yes.
you meet Farina and then you have that quote unquote duel, and then Liddy saves your ass, and then you also go meet up with Child like right after. It's like so fast paced, and it like actually made me super interested in it because I think Sumeru had some really good quests, but it took so long to get to like the meat of like what you were doing and like all of like the really
Yeah.
interesting stuff.
Yep.
So it was nice that like, you just show up in Fontaine and it's like, oh shit, that's the Archon. Oh shit, it's your boy Child. Oh shit, Traveler's a hypocrite,
Yeah.
Yeah.
all these things in sequence.
Yes.
I also I really do like the direction they're going now, making everything darker. Because I made a post on what is now X a long time ago, and I was just like, damn, I think I'd like the Genshin story if it was darker. I was like, Zhao should have died during Chasm.
Yep.
1
1,000,000%.
like
Yeah.
I said all of these things, and everyone was like, you just like, I don't know how you don't think this is like the darkest game ever, because they bring up Enkanomiya and stuff, but it's like Enkanomiya wasn't shoved in your face. You didn't have to explore Enkanomiya. You didn't have to read all the extra shit. It's like it was all very much like side content for you to figure out and
Yes.
infer that it was dark. And here they're just like, all right, everyone's fucking dead. Like,
Yep.
I guess, like,
and so
Also
for me,
the
that was
side
it was really
story.
cool. It's not like it's not like I want everyone to die, but it feels like now the quests have impact. Well, in Sumeru they did too, but you know what I mean.
Impact.
They have
No
way.
like a
Impact.
Genshin
Wait,
impact.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
That's the name of the game. Sorry. Keep going.
We still haven't even learned
Oh,
what the
shit.
Genshin is.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Um,
way.
But yeah, I really enjoyed Act 1. I'm still working on Act 2, like I told you guys. But I think Act 1, I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10 because I think it could still get better, but it was definitely one of my favorites.
Okay. Well,
It
no-
is definitely like a big improvement from other story
now that
quests.
everybody is gone, I am going to relate this quest to every other quest in Genshin Impact. This was the best quest in Genshin Impact history, by far. Wasn't even close.
I agree.
Loved
I agree.
every single second of it. I give it an actual perfect 10 out of 10 for what Genshin has done so far. It kept me engaged from start to finish. The slow parts were very minimal. Generally, when you watch me do story quests, you will see me yawning a lot. For this quest, I was yawning very minimally. I felt like I was in the game. I was locked the fuck in. And because I was a detective, it made me pay attention in an organic way. That way I would see the story and I fucking liked it. Farina, when she was on the screen, I was paying the fuck attention. Nervalens, when he was on the screen, I was paying the fuck attention. When characters are this good, the story is this fucking good. You don't need the slow parts to be like, wow, let's go take Raiden Shogun on a nice little date and we can take photos of each other. We don't need that shit. If Genshin Impact looks at what Honkai Star Rail has done, I'm not here to dick ride. Ride. I am not sponsored. I'm not affiliated at all. Honkai Star Rail storytelling is fucking incredible, and it felt like that for Genshin Impact. The detective work was very fun. Tartali's introduction was very fun. Lynette was very fun. Paimon actually wasn't fucking annoying. The story quests were good, and the personalities and the facial expressions, once again, of Farina were peak. It actually felt like characters had emotions. It felt like things were happening, important things were happening. I am underneath the opinion of, I don't give a fuck to find my brother or sister. I literally don't. I don't care.
Yeah.
When it happens, it happens. I don't care. I like the nice little mini stories that happen along the way. That's why I love One Piece. This was an amazing standalone story. It was incredible. And I loved every second of it. And I'm going to dick ride hard for that quest because it was incredible. Very, 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 very good. Now let's talk about Act 2.
Let me start because I'll have
Yeah.
to be tried after this.
Fine.
right?
Yep, fine. You're
I'm
right.
gonna dunk my opinion and run away.
You got it.
This is the best story. This is the best story quest in Genshin's history.
Yep.
Because at the beginning, they purposefully got the tempo down as you learned about the Yellow Rose story.
Navia.
Navia. Look, I have nicknames for everyone. I can't remember names. You learn about the basics of her story, so the tempo went down, obviously, but then it started ramping up, and the pacing was on point because when they started introducing the three little guys where you were
Suspects?
choosing like which one who's the guilty one, but they not only did they tell you the story, they also let you choose who you think is the bad guy. And so I like immediately in my head I was like, well, now I gotta think about this. So from the beginning, part of the story was actually you being engaged in what's actually happening and you choosing who you think is the evil one. Now after that, they accuse one of them, I guess I can spoil it, they accuse the old man, and from that point on, the story is about, like, how do you actually make the accusation stick? And so now you are engaged in that way. Meanwhile, the main character runs away to a different place, and now the story was cutting between two different scenes, and it kept the pace rolling. And I just loved how it kept going. And then, of course, you go into the brutal part where you go through the clothing of all the victims. Paimon almost vomits as she cries and crumbles emotionally. It was an amazing scene. And it just went brutal so quickly and so unexpectedly. It just blew me away. And then it started doing the twist, because then you learn how he's guilty and what he did. And at the end, I don't know how much you guys know League's lore. I assume not, because nobody knows League's lore. I thought they would do Viego's story, who is a guy who loves his queen. He always wanted his queen to come back, and he would do anything for her. But then he actually revived her, and his queen was like, you fucking idiot, you murdered so many people, why did you do this? I was hoping they would do the same thing, where the guy finally finds his wife, girlfriend, I don't know what their relationship was. He resurrects her, he finally meets her, and then she's like, you idiot, I'm gonna kill you. Didn't do exactly that, did something very similar. And I just loved it.
Okay.
I think the pacing was on point.
Nah, no fucking way. Absolutely not. No, bro. That the first 40% dragged. And I meant dragged, bro. The moment I found out that I was in another quest where I had to talk to even more fucking NPCs, I wanted to take a nail and scrape my fucking
You mean
scalp
no?
off.
You mean talking to the three guys?
Yes.
Yeah, I found that boring too, actually, that part.
Boring.
No, okay. So
as fuck.
the reason why I found it interesting is because in my head I knew that one of them was guilty, and so in my head I was trying to see who's lying. Because they were all telling their stories, but you knew that one of them was lying. So maybe it was engaging for me, because I was constantly like trying to figure out who's the one telling the lies.
You're trying to deduce.
The
You're trying to
problem
guess.
is that whenever I do one of these quests where it has all these fucking NPCs, and don't get me wrong, I loved the quest. The payoff was fantastic, but the build-up was so unnecessarily slow, and it would have been infinitely better if the characters we accused were characters that we knew. Getting me to care about NPCs is very, very, very fucking hard, or at least making the characters look different than what we've already seen to break the fucking mold. Like, obviously, everybody that we accused at the beginning was wrong anyways, so it's, well, besides the old guy, of course, he did the fucking bullshit because Vache, but like, we could have at least put at least one or two characters in there just as funny little bits, like, oh fuck, what was it, Kaya, dude? Was it Klee? Klee was there. You know, just like put something in there to break in the fucking NPC monotony. I am so tired of going into a quest and having the same thought of, oh my god, I'm gonna have to talk to these fucking shit ass base models again. It drives me nuts. That being said, I love the payoff, but I don't agree with the pacing at all. But I'm curious what everybody else thinks about the pacing of that quest.
It could be that could be totally just my view because
Of
I
course.
was, you know, I was very much engaged and I was very much like trying to crack the case from the very beginning.
Well,
So
I'm just saying, like, your opinion's wrong.
well, this is 10 out of 10. It's the best quest in
mean-
Genshin, and I am now gonna ditch.
Oh,
All right.
Necrit got so
No.
angry he left. Oh my
I am
god.
rage
No.
quitting. It was absolutely amazing beating all of you.
Yeah,
all
okay.
right, but this is my rage quit moment. All right,
Uh,
bye, Mon is
Bye,
awesome.
Kat. Nice to meet you,
Yeah,
man.
see you, brother.
Bye.
Always great having you.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I feel like the only thing that takes away from the immersion of the quest was like them telling you to pick like flowers for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, that was the only one, right?
Yeah, that was
What
good.
was
Flowers.
that?
Exploration.
That was
Yeah, there
so
was like
random.
it's trying to let you explore, but it's just flexing that we can now teleport you mid quest. Like I think that's like the only purpose of the flower collection.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
that
I
for the
can
first
see that.
part? I forgot.
Yeah, I think
It
that
was the
in
first part when we
It
were like
was
collecting
for
flowers to
making-
make the magic backpack,
Make the
right?
bag, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
and
I was quite
I'll be
annoyed
honest,
at that part. I
the
remember.
fucking the magic backpack part was to like introduce the prophecy, right?
Oh my god,
Uh-huh.
bro. I didn't give so much of a fuck about that. I literally blacked out. I forgot about the magic backpack.
Yeah.
That was the
exactly.
first
Right? That was a
part.
That
drag.
was the
I
right?
first-
forgot.
completely
Yeah,
It's
that was
like
like
the
the
magic
very
backpack went
first.
nowhere, right?
Yeah.
The
That
ba-
was
we
very
got to the magic
slow.
backpack. We go for the crafter. We saw Tartaglia, magic backpack, out of our mind. It's gone.
Yeah, literally, just
It's
immediately
gone.
gone.
Yes.
Kettle, what were your highs and lows of part 2?
Part 2. I think my highs were probably like the grand reveal towards the back of like Vishay being like the old guy and everything, and like why the experiments are happening in the first place. That was pretty huge. But I did find that talking to the NPCs very boring. Like I think I just hate it when they have like to talk to 4 NPCs. Generally.
When you're
Like when
trying to
they're like,
figure out
oh,
who it was.
look at these list of NPCs that you all have to visit one by one. Like that gets me bored. Even though I was also trying to figure out who was guilty, I still found it kind of boring because I was like, I'm gonna know anyway, you know? Yeah. Personally, that's what I felt. Oh, but one thing I really, really liked is that they didn't do like the traditional, you know, I find that a lot of Genshin quests like to do the really, really like sad trope of like, oh, this poor character got separated from this really dear friend or family or lover, and then at the end there's this like really sad reunion between the two of them, and then they're like, oh,
like
this is
a
supposed to be a
cliche.
tearjerker moment, but no, they didn't do that at the end. They fucking
Yes.
murdered him. That was cool. I like that.
Yeah. I
I
love
was getting
that.
ready for like the usual cheesy, like, he meets his liver. He's so sad now. He's gonna be taken to jail. And then they were like, boom, bitch, we're the victims. That was
God.
cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
I was not
I
expecting
like
that at
that.
all. Because like I think I'm
Mhm.
also in the minority where a lot of people just said, yeah, fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy. I do a thing where I really try to put myself in somebody else's shoes. If the love of my life was taken away from me, right, it would drive me nuts. It would.
Yeah.
It would make me do horrible things. And obviously, maybe I'm fucked up. But like I think about that a lot. And I really put myself in his shoes and I was like, oh my God, all of a sudden, she's dead. And I don't get it. Maybe there's a chance I can save her. Maybe I can bring her back.
Auto.
Yeah, like
Right.
it was. Yeah. Oh my
Right.
god. Okay, because
Oh,
like
no.
I actually like felt for him, and then
Yeah.
Paimon was like, "No, he's a cold-blooded killer," and blah blah blah. And I was just like, "Okay, but like think about what happened to
He,
him."
he,
Yeah,
he
I was
deserved,
like-
he deserved the
Human
fate that befell him.
experiments.
But like I get it. Like I
I
get it.
agree.
But it's
I think it was so well handled. Like on one
Yeah.
hand, you kind of feel for him, but on the other hand, he also kind of gets what he deserves. So
yeah.
you like,
That's
you
also
know,
the entire plot of Honkai.
yeah, it's really good. It's so well done, honestly. Like they didn't give him too much pity, but they also like didn't make it too cheese. Perfect, honestly, perfect. I love how they handled Vishay, personally.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
wish it wasn't an Oceanin, but is what it is.
Mm.
I am also curious, were they just like walking around just saying Vashay for like 20 years? Or like how did they know to do that? Because apparently that
Yeah,
is what
I'm-
they said. There was
I'm
maybe 20 years.
assuming-
Each victim died in different year.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
Oh,
the
yeah.
member keeps
I'm
flowing
assuming
in.
the collective consciousness just been radiating that like resentment energy, and it just came out as a voice, and it kept echoing. That's like the only explanation that I have.
Maybe they
Yeah.
took shifts, you know. There's so many of them. They could like, oh, now you
Mhm.
do it first on Monday. I'll do Tuesdays,
Wasn't there like also an
Wednesdays, and
explanation where
Thursdays.
like
Yeah,
that
they got nothing
fountain
else to do, I
was
guess.
all
Just chilling in the
water.
fountain.
Yeah, right. They're basically dead. Yikes.
Yo,
Like,
Island,
I
highs and
remember,
lows of
yeah.
part 2. Actually, Coda, wait, are you sleep deprived and mumbling, or are you saying things?
Yeah, I'm kind of sleep deprived and
Okay.
trying
Yeah,
to
you
say
can go
something.
first if you want.
Yeah, go for it,
I
Code.
think the fountain, when they explained the fountain, they said something about all waters in Fontaine eventually flow here, even tears and stuff, you know? And
Oh,
remember,
yeah.
Lynette asked you why you cry, Paimon, and they had to explain why, right? So I'm assuming it's just like the tears of people or the emotions of people keep flowing in because the machine of the opera also works based on emotion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's something like that maybe. That's how they're getting power to maintain that form for so long.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Kind of
expected
like the like
the water to
Nahida thing where they were like taking the dreams or whatever, and it was like
yeah, the
powering.
multiple dream thing.
Yeah, I feel like that's
Yeah.
how that's like what's happening in Fontaine. They're like collecting the
Interesting.
collective consciousness as
Yeah, and
a means to make real things.
And how does that connect to Honkai Impact?
It's
no, that's the wrong
literally
one.
how everything works.
Oh, okay, that's sick.
Like for the last scene, like when the collective kills Vache, I was honestly thinking they're gonna like the Oceanite is gonna turn to the form of his wife or something and fucking stab him in the back or something. But I guess it's just gonna Oceanite ghost teleport kills him.
Yep.
Okay, I think for Act 2, aside from the ending, it's the aftermath that I like the most because at the aftermath, you finish the story, you can ask Nouvelette some questions, right? If you
Super
ask
good.
him about you know prophecy where it's the dying or like well the deathbed message of the previous Hydro Archon, right? And she was like, for Rena, when I die, the people of Fontaine will slowly dissolve into water, and you'll sit on your chair crying alone. Good luck, THXD, right? And then
Yeah.
when you ask them, when Paimon asks or when the traveler asks, oh, so like this is a big prophecy. Do you think Furina can deal with this? Nouvelette will dodge the question. I'm not even fucking kidding.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ignores
he
it.
just
He
like,
ignores it.
I'm
will
not
fucking,
answering that, dude.
yeah, I'm not answering that. It was great. I like that part the most. Also, Silver, best NPC.
Yep.
Yes.
Silver was so
Yes.
fucking sick.
Silver.
You're like the other guy, the old guy.
Well, you don't even remember his
Yes.
fucking name.
I wanted the old guy to be the
Maloose.
mastermind. You have no idea. I wanted the old guy to be the mastermind for so long,
Yeah,
and it
that's
ended
what I
up
thought
not being
too.
him.
I had
Yeah,
that idea.
All right, yo, Island, highs and lows of part 2.
First of all, the part 2. I like part 1 better.
Yep.
I
Based.
if I remember, I gave part 1 10 out of 10 initially before Code changed my mind today.
Yeah.
And then part 2, I think I gave it like a 9 or 9.5, only because the cutscenes were good. Cutscenes were really good in part 2.
Yeah.
I think the highest point was just kind of the thing about the whole the machine. Like, I still don't know anything about machine except the fact that it seems like everything's a facade and it just works on people's perception of what they like, peer pressure emotion from the court system, and that's what kind of like it makes a judgment. And I think that was pretty cool, and I hope that gets explained more obviously in the future. The worst part about part 2, I did not like. I don't care going around talking to NPCs for like deduction stuff. It is whatever it happens. I just didn't like the illusion of choice because they
Of
make
course.
you. Yeah, I mean it's common, but they're making me think really hard about interviewing these 3 guys. But then at the end, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna end up choosing one person anyway.
Yep. There's no fuck up mechanics, so it kind of removes the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, it does.
It does remove like the weight of like, oh god, what if I choose wrong? Because if you falsely accuse someone in Fontaine, like you get fucking obliterated or some bullshit. Because like the false accusation thing, which was, you know, really crazy for when it almost felt like the false accusation thing was like barely even that big of a deal when Farina did it. But then when somebody else does it, it's like, oh my god, you falsely accused someone. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that was insane. But
Farina
that's-
should have been
charged.
yeah, Farina can do whatever she wants. She's the boss, right? It don't matter. Yeah, she's the Archon. Yeah, no, 100%. But yeah, that was a little bit goofy. Also, I would like to say we all thought the fight scene between, well, not the fight scene, the fucking obliterating
Yeah.
scene between Neuvillette and Tartaglia was fucking lit.
That
Oh,
was,
That was
hilarious.
so good.
so
Yes.
Oh my god, I
Saw it
wasn't
on
even like really
Twitter.
expecting that to happen either, and then he just kind of down in the middle of the and I was like,
Yep. Straight
Kyle's
bitched.
face planted. It was so funny
it
looking,
was
dude.
awesome.
He got bitch slapped, dude. Oh,
Because he
God.
did, like, Tartaglia did the whole magical girl transformation and everything, and then he was just like, nope.
You guys just remind me something about the Tartaglia transformation. Like the old rich guy sent the army of robots against us, right? If he fucking if on his trial he just sends the army of robots to cause chaos on the last scene, it would have been cool.
It would have been sick.
Hmm.
Oh
he
yeah.
Disappeared. He just died.
I wish that happened.
Yeah, he just kind of gave
Yeah.
up.
He
Fuck.
gave up. Yeah.
So
Was
I
he
would
He
fucking
went
get
really
pulled?
quick, actually. He was just like, "Oh, they know my name now. Oh well, I'm confessing to
Yeah,
everything."
he just like let
"What?
one
He's not
thing,
even
and then
gonna
he was
try
just
to
like, well,
pretend.
yep, I did it.
Yeah,
It was me.
I love when NPCs go like, they're like, no, I wouldn't do anything. I would never harm a fly. And then like one piece of like semi like reasonable evidence gets presented. So you
I was
know,
so
huh?
ready for him to cause chaos, like summons all the robots,
got
throw some
me.
fucking grenades with water in it, and just like cause chaos. He just gave up.
Yeah, yeah.
It just we
Yeah,
would just talk him out of it.
Me.
I did
Yeah,
it,
it was
all
me.
of them. I killed them, and this is how. Fuck, so stupid.
This is my master plan.
Yo,
Yeah,
Alan,
he
how
had
would you
like
rate it
an
from 1 to 10?
entire synth industry too, and just gave
For,
up.
for part
Yeah.
two?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the thing, right? Like, what the hell happened with the sim industry? Is it just gone now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
They're
Bro.
bankrupt.
It's always
It's
funny,
gone.
like, because we all enjoyed the quest. But, like, when you really think about both parts,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
there's
about.
just
It's like when
so
you look
much
at the small
shit where it's
details,
like, wait a minute, what happened here?
Yeah, because the only person who was running that was that guy, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yep.
yeah.
I feel
I
like
guess it's
that's
gone.
always the
That's
case
why
for
I was-
most Genshin quests, though. Like, if you think too much about it, kind of starts becoming a little plot holy. So you just kind of close your
Yeah,
eyes and pretend
code.
that everything's well written.
Yeah, code.
Like I was so immersed in it because it was like, okay, so this guy runs the entire Sith the thing, right? So he has like multiple people working with him, right? So when the guard dissolved, I was so for sure we're gonna go investigate the guards, like who he's working for. But no, he's just gone. That guard that turned to water, he's an NPC that died. Fuck him. No more story. No more investigation. He's dead.
I'll give it a 9. 8. No, 9. I'll give it a 9.
I think in your heart you know it should be an 8, but we'll let you say 9 just to keep.
The cutscene of Cloren. The cutscene of Cloren made it a 9.
Okay.
Oh, that cutscene was so cool.
All right, Eeks,
So
you're up, big
cool.
man. Highs and lows of part 2, buddy.
Okay. Highs and lows. I have to agree with Nikrit on the pacing aspect. I thought it was really good. Like, I did it all like in one sitting, and I genuinely didn't feel a good time to get up and leave. Like, I was pretty engrossed in it. And then like the stuff with the NPCs, I think it was actually pretty darn minimal. I think there's quests that are like really NPC heavy, and it just sucks. But this one was like, you talk to the 3 guys, and that was about it. Like, I actually think it was relatively NPC low. And then for the villain being an NPC, like, I agree with you, Tectone, that like I love it when the characters are involved. But like the characters with names and models, you know, to the dismay of that 100 gigabyte guy in chat, like they are the ones that are playable, you know? And it's like, do we really want the young girl kidnapping old man psychoscientist like to be a playable character?
No, you
I don't know if
you
it'd
make
be,
him like you make him a world boss.
That's cool.
Oh,
That's a good
yeah.
idea.
Yeah, and you know what would be
Like
cool?
the-
Like what would be sick was the NPC was a world boss or like a dungeon boss or a weekly boss, and you have to kill him every week for eternity to atone for his sins. That's what would be sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be so
he'd be-
cool.
That's actually a great idea. He'd be a sick weekly boss.
Yeah,
Yes. Can you imagine? You go to the fountain every week and then you fight
and
the
you
weekly
whoop
boss. there.
his ass, bro. You whoop
Yeah,
his
I'm
ass.
so cool.
Yeah.
Like
That's
they
honestly
did in Honkai Star Rail with Kokolia. Everybody play Honkai Star Rail?
Oh.
Very good game. Very, very, very good game.
Yes.
But yeah,
Mhm.
oh no, you go, Kettle. Sorry.
No, this just reminds me of the fact that I think I was also slightly underwhelmed by the fact that the actual master villain was actually just one of these 3 NPCs. Like, I was a bit disappointed by that. I was
Yep.
kind of hoping for a bigger villain because they were like, oh, this guy is so strong and powerful. He's been like murdering people left and right, center, and we still don't know who he is. And then suddenly, boom, we know who he is. And it was a little disappointing for me. I was kind of hoping for some like big like organization.
Wait, you
that,
didn't think it
like,
was cool
takes
that
a lot
old
of
man
time.
NPC number 507 was behind it all? That was insane. Sorry, Code, go ahead.
Yeah, so that was a letdown for me. I just remembered that I felt that.
Wait, Code, are you
Kinda true.
wiggling for fun, Code, or are you wiggling because you have something to say?
Oh no, when I'm AFK from the screen,
Oh
Yes.
my fucking
it's
god.
my AFK
That's
animation.
so
Okay.
cute.
All right,
Holy
yo,
shit.
Island, what were you gonna say?
Oh, that the whole thing about the final boss being an NPC. Yeah, it's true because at the end of Act 1, they hinted like, oh, this is a work done by this organization that is opposing of the Fatui or something, right? That was like the idea.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, what is this organization? Sounds like a big deal. I was like, yo, are they gonna like include like a new organization that's brand new and fresh and like badass but like evil? And then it turned out to be an NPC. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the story just ends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Each, what were you
Yeah.
saying to finish your thought?
Yeah, last 2 things that I think were really cool about part 2 were, so I already said I like how Fontaine's like a gritty, like actual big city, and then how there's a drug problem going on in like a
Yep.
gritty big city. Like that felt cool. That felt like real. So I liked the synth stuff, like even if there are like a couple little plot holes here and there. And then I keep going back to New Valette because he's been given so much more than Farina. All the stuff with him was really cool. How he was like, like he let the criminal guy who deserves absolutely fucking nothing, like go up to the fountain to like talk with his wife or whatever, because he's like curious about human emotion, right? Like he was like, this is weird that someone would like do something not about their, like trying to save their life or like do something for someone else. So like, I just like all the New Valette, like kind of personality traits, and obviously the thing at the end where you talk to him and he visits the grave. So I thought part 2 was a banger. I'll give it a, honestly, dude, give it like a 9 out of 5, 9.5.
And you liked it more than part 1?
Yeah, I think so for sure.
I think part 1's still better.
Hey, good shit,
Part
brother.
1 is great. Like, come
I
on.
agree.
Am I the only person that actually liked part 3 of Subaru's Arco Quest slightly more than this one?
Yeah, you are the only one. All right, Brad.
Oh no.
Dude, I feel like the thing about this Arco Quest, like, it was good, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted more lore about, like, the world of Tevat itself.
Yeah, there's
And,
no
like,
We're
lore.
they
gonna
though.
get
delivered
it.
on that with Ruka Devata. But for this one, the only interesting thing was, like, the Primordial Sea.
Yeah,
I
but,
feel
like,
like
understand,
this quest
this is only
gave us
part
a
1 and
lot more
2.
questions
Yeah, usually it's the
than
100%.
answers.
usually there's
maybe
2
that's...
main quests and the Archon specific quest, right? And usually the Archon specific quest is the one that gives a lot of info, no?
Ah, you're right. Maybe this is just a really good build-up. You know, we're gonna get all
Mhm.
the big, hard-hitting shit next quest, probably.
Usually,
I hope.
I know there's this pattern where you know how there's 2.0, 3.0, 4.0 patches. It's
Mhm.
always the 0.1 patches that's actually bigger than the 0.0
Yep.
patches.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
It's
You're
way bigger
right.
and more story. So
You're right,
that's
you're
pretty
right.
hype.
Oh, dude, it's already so good.
And what 4.1 we're getting New Villette and Jotaro for the new playable characters. I'm stoked as fuck about, bro. That's gonna be so lit. All right, yo, Brax, wrap us up, man. Highs and lows.
All right. Well,
He didn't do it.
I haven't finished it, so here's
okay.
here's my low.
Yeah.
Right, here's my low. Right.
Yeah.
It's taking so much fucking longer to get into than the first one.
Oh yeah.
Because the first one just throws you in.
Yep.
The second one you have like I'm over here. The reason I stopped playing last night, because I was trying to do this last night. The reason I stopped playing was because it felt like it was so slow and I was falling asleep. So I was like, all right,
Yep.
I'll have to wait to finish that another day.
It
So that's why I
doesn't.
didn't finish
It doesn't feel slow. It is slow. Just I'm putting that out there, bro. Hey, I said what I said. All right. Well, that went on way longer than it was supposed to. I even had bonus questions, but holy shit, that was a long fucking episode. Other questions I had were future host for Genshin, new elements, new weapon, Honkai Star Rail. Do you think Age of Star still Hoyo versus Love Child? And will Oofy stop bringing up Honkai Impact 3rd? I guess we'll figure that out another episode. But
Never.
guys, that was a fucking awesome episode. I enjoyed that very much. And yeah, Brax, Island, Kettle, Oofy, Necrit, you're not here anymore. Yakes, Code, thank you so much for being
boy.
here.
Thank you
it
for
was fun.
inviting
Thanks for having
us.
us.
Of course.
Play Honkai third.
I really hope you all had fun. And guys in chat, I hope that you'll go follow all of these amazing streamers and YouTubers, content creators here. I hope you all agree that was an amazing episode. It was a lot of fun. A lot more lore. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting to talk about lore and story for a very long time. So this was very good for me. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun. Hope it was a good experience. And if you guys ever want to come on for another episode, hit me up. You guys were fucking awesome.
Let's go.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Finally
Thank
go
you
to
so
sleep.
much.
Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess some of y'all good night. And if y'all need anything else, just hit me up in the DMs. But thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
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 dude.
everybody.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Bye.
Cool. That was a absolute blast. Let me say thank you everyone for coming. That was fucking awesome. If you ever want to come on again,